All right, let's look. Let's look. Okay, shout out to Flame Mage, who now we simulcasting. All right. Now what I want to be able to do is see everybody that chats in. Can I pop this out? Pop out chat. Perfect. Okay, let's go over here. Give me just a sec, y'all. I'm getting my chats all set up here. There we go. Let's move this over here a bit. There, that looks a lot better. Okay. Hey, Chill Toaster. Welcome. I'm just getting... I've been explaining... I don't know how quick you got here. I've just been explaining what I'm doing. I think we're good now. I think we can... well, let me hide that real quick. Let's move that over there. Can I dock that? I can dock it. Perfect. Consider it docked. Okay, now. We should be... All the sensitive materials are all gone. Okay, so... Oh, shit. Let me... I'm sorry, we're not... Well, we are kind of doing Unreal Engine 5 game development because I'm going to be modding Skyrim, and I will be taking notes about the things that we are modding in Skyrim for my game development. So let's just put Unreal Engine 5 game development and modding Skyrim. Okay. All right, perfect. Okay, so now we're simulcasting because one of my viewers yesterday was like, why don't you simulcast? And I was like, oh, I didn't think I could. Those are the groceries. The groceries are going to be here from 4 to 6 p.m., so I might have to jump up and get the groceries. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, that's a we're not going to... What is all that? Okay, we need to leave all that open. Those are all my documents. We can close that. That's my nicotine. I ordered my nicotine. These is every cover song I know by heart, and this is just like the country. Oh, we don't need that. We're gonna leave. We're gonna do that later. I didn't know this movie existed. We're gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that movie probably tonight. I like my action schlock vampire movies. I love it. This is the start of the class system for my game design. We can close this actually. And here's our background music. Let's move all this. No, this is fine. Let's leave this right here. Okay, we can close all that. Give me just a sec. Let me clean up my desktop. I had to reinstall OBS just to get the damn multi-stream to work. There we go. We can delete all that. Okay. So here we are. Step. Where did we leave off? We're like 20 hours deep into going through this guide, by the way. So those of you that are just joining us, let's pull up the guide real quick because we're gonna need to do that. So here we go. Skyrim project right here. And the thing that I like, for those of you just joining us, the thing that I like the best about this guide is that they basically just optimize it for PC, and they keep the vanilla feel and basically complete the game, because if you know anything about the development of Skyrim, you will know that it was released half finished, and you can even see the stuff in the code. Like, they just commented some things out, like the Civil War system. There was going to be a Civil War system, and you would either join the Stormcloaks or the Empire. And like, if you went up to a town that was under Stormcloak control and you were in an Imperial outfit, they'd attack you. That was planned, but they never, they were, like I said, they released the game half finished, and somebody like finished that, completed that gameplay with a mod. So that and other things are resolved. Perfect example. Let me just give you an idea. Okay, so here's just one of, there's like 400 mods, and some of them only fix one thing, like this one does. Female vampires have fangs. That's right. In the vanilla version of Skyrim, if you're looking at a female vampire, she ain't got no fangs. It's just a tiny little detail, but it adds to the immersion. So that's why we're following this guide. I think we are up here though. I think that we're still doing all the textures and stuff, models and textures. Now, thankfully, this is going like butter because I've already got everything downloaded. So let's load up the old mod organizer. And this is a lot more involved than just doing a mod pack, which, you know, hopefully this turns out well, and I feel like it's time well spent. When I'm done doing this, there's another. Here it is over here. We're definitely going to try this mod pack. This Nolvis Awakening. And it's got like 2,500 mods in it. And I guess their website doesn't want to load right now. There it goes. And it basically really overhauls a bunch of stuff and changes a bunch of stuff. But that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to start with this, is because it changes the way Skyrim looks. And it looks great, don't get me wrong, but it just doesn't have that vanilla look to it. And what I'm going for with my music video is the vanilla look. Because, you know, I'm trying to recreate that magic. I think it's Awakening. Awakening's the full one. The other one they're still making apparently. Okay. All right. Well, we'll get into this later. So that's over there. Let's look at the guide. Let's look at mod organizer. Okay. So we're good. We are still in the models and textures section. And here we're on 84 of, I think it's like 150 models and textures. See, look at how neat all this is. Look at this. Look how organized. Isn't that nice? It took 16 hours to download and rename everything to make it look this nice, but it is nice now. It's actually going really quick. Okay, so we're 84B. Okay, so we got done with the skid marks. So 85. So let's find that. Oops. Display case. So let's find display case. Okay, let's just search for it. Okay, there we go. That's where we are. Okay, so this is where we're at, and this is a mod. That is this before? Smudged glass. This is the vanilla display case. And this is the one with the smudged glass. And this is the one without. But let's see here if we can just... New hotness, old and busted. Now with 100% more smudges. So here's the... Wait. I like this one. And there... Oops. It's this one. This is vanilla. And this is improved. Look at that. You got the nice darker wood textures, much more pronounced wrought iron framing. Looks good in the back there too. So it's little things like that this mod guys fixes. Okay, well we already got that downloaded, so let's... Okay, we just install that one. That one's easy. So we just go bloop. Computer. There we go. I want to do that. Hit OK. Just check it off. See, there we go. We just installed that mod. Now this one looks like it's got some instructions to it. How am I going to do this? Here, y'all don't need to really see these. I can move this over here. Okay. Let's move this over there. And this over here. Okay, cool. How do you hide the preview window? Can we just view details pane? There we go. Okay. That's better. Okay, install. Alright, so this one's fine. This one just gets dropped in and turned on. There we go. Turn that on right there. Come on. Come on. There we go. Pilgrim's Delight. Ah, this one, I know what that one does. That one fixes some of the signs on your way up to go see the, or the plaques on the little stone markers on your way up to see the graybeards. Just makes it look better. Quality cube maps. Details, instructions. Okay, so we got to do something special here. So quality cube maps. Let's grab that one. This one says to go ahead and install it, and then we're supposed to be hiding some files so they don't conflict with other things. So we do that by double clicking and download the main file, hide the following files. So here's the file tree. So textures armor. And then it wants us to hide the ebony male for female and male. So female and male. Okay, and just the Chichen E ebony. This one right here. So we're going to hide that one. Or here, we can do multiples. That one and that one. And then texture cube maps. In the Chichen E ebony. Chichen E ebony, that one. And then or obsidian, it says. Or... It doesn't. Yeah, it says obsidian. There it is right there. 1, 2, 3, 4 files. Right click. Hide. Close. Moving on. This one has no special instructions. Okay, let's do this. Let's move this over here. Whoa. There we go. We're going to move that over there. And we're going to move this one over here. Like that. And then let's watch some Spiffing Brit Skyrim videos while we're doing this. I fight 3 YouTubers for the Iron Throne. Oh, let's do Spiffing Brit Skyrim. There we go. Skyrim exploits. A playlist of 28 videos. Okay, I'm down.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Spiffing Brit, and today we're playing Skyrim. I know, I'm going through all of those lovely classic games at the moment. We've done Age of Empires 2, we've done Age of Mythology, heck, I've even dabbled in the Total War franchise. And of course, one of my personal favourite games that we've touched upon, Spore. What a strangely beautiful game it is. I think beautiful could be a word to describe Spore. Nightmarishly terrifying would also be another one. But alas, all of that is unimportant. For today, here we are playing Skyrim. Now, there are an absolute ton of exploits in Skyrim, but let's be honest, everyone knows about how to get an incredibly overpowered wooden sword that can one-hit dragons. But today, I don't care about any of that. We're just gonna have some good old-fashioned fun by seeing if we can completely and utterly destroy Skyrim by just asking the question, what if you just used a gun? So, we're going to start this game today where we take our wonderful Dragonborn and decide to try and solve all of Skyrim's many problems using the lovely power of an M16.
The American way.
Life's problems. Someone stolen UC? Grab a gun.
The American way.
Unruly? Grab a few guns. But even worse, someone insults the Queen. Well, when that's the case, Frederick, fetch me the minigun. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, today we dive on our wonderful adventure into Skyrim. And without further ado, let's begin. So if you're ready for this, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're sat back, you're relaxed, you have your warm cup of tea in front of you. Trust me, you best have this cup of tea, and that you're very excited to get back into Skyrim. Personally, I haven't really sat down to properly play this game in about 2 years. In fact, I'd actually be quite interested knowing when you last picked up Skyrim. Anyway, without further ado, wabam. I think it's time we dive right in. Beautiful Skyrim loading screens. It really could
Let's zoom in on the braces.
jazz some of them up. Instead of just having, I don't know, a picture of a massive dragon, why not have a Skyrim loading screen where it's just the Queen. Anyway, today none of that is important. We need to create our ultimate gun-slinging hero. Now, of course, we could play the pointy-eared evil people, but let's be
Evil
honest,
people.
I'm not a big fan of the elves. We could also play as a Breton, because let's be honest here, Todd Howard molded the true Breton after just an average, typical British bloke that he probably met down by the pub. This guy looks like an absolute Dave if I've ever seen one. Or alternatively, if you're bored of playing as Bretons or Nords, there's always Arnold Schwarzenegger. But no. There's no need to drag
We got him looking like Arnold
professional bodybuilders
Schwarzenegger.
and politicians into this game. Let us instead save the entire world of Skyrim using our legendary hero, Dave. Now, if I'm being honest, Dave is looking way too fit at the moment. We need to chunk this boy up. He could also probably do with less muscles, if I'm being honest. But hey, Dave is going to be a bulky boy. Yes.
A bulky
He
boy.
is perfect. He doesn't even really need to be modified. So it is time we must give you your name. It is, of course, going to be Sir Dave, ladies and gentlemen, because this man, he's not just anyone. He's a Knight of Sealand, if you can believe it. That's right, this man decided to go online and buy a full-on membership to Sealand. If you ever want to actually have an excuse to put the word Sir in front of your name, you can just go online and buy it. In fact, you know what? If this video does well, I'm going to say, I'm gonna tease you a bit. I'm gonna say 15,000 likes, because you know that's a real challenge. I said 10,000 for the last one, and they absolutely smashed it by doing about 20 a day. So I need to kind of like up my targets. Because it turns out when you guys get hyped up on tea, no like button in the world can save me from doing stupid things. So yes, I'm going to say for 15,000 likes, I will genuinely go online and buy a knighthood of Sealand. And I can legally become Sir Spiff. Now that just sounds great. Anyway, Sir Dave here, he's bought his membership to Sealand, so naturally we get to throw him into the game. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about with the loading screens. That dragon, nowhere near as exciting as just a massive picture of the Queen. Oh my goodness, Bethesda Game Studios. Remember when they used to make games and not transaction cash grabs? Oh, I remember the days. Oh, look, it's Nordman, and the man who gets shot. Oh, he's such a celebrity. Oh, it's Skyrim, of course, yes. This brings back many nostalgic memories. I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen. I personally almost spent probably about 100 hours when it first got released. I must say, Skyrim is actually rather nice to look at, and surprisingly relatively stable to run on modern computers. I certainly remember when this game was first released, and the horses would just levitate into the skies, and also the loading screens would take about 10 minutes. God, those were the days. Although I'm sure there'll be some apps downloaded a pirated copy of Skyrim using about 47 floppy disks. Now, of course, there are technically a few issues that, of course, guns can't solve. For example, my hands are bound at the moment, so I can't just whip out a gun, shoot the driver there, and then just do a runner out the gates. I will actually have to go through this lovely intro cutscene where, of course, famously, Thomas the Tank Engine descends from the skies and throws fire down everywhere, and then you get to do a runner and decide your faction. Oh, look, he's doing the runner. He says, "You can't get me." Well, I mean, if that archer had a machine gun, then he probably wouldn't have run in the first place. I mean, I'm just saying, a machine gun would have intimidated everyone here so much that no lives would have been wasted. You see, if everyone has a gun, then everything's fine. Oh wait, but then the prisoners would have guns. And then they probably would try and do a runner. Oh, I see the issue here. Ah, bugger it. Just give everyone guns. That's not Thomas the Tank Engine. That's a fire-breathing death machine. Oh well, let's just ignore that for the time being. We're probably going to have to try and take down that dragon using a machine gun. So let us first escape and then try and locate the nearest machine gun. Oh, now I need to make my decision. Do I go with the Imperials or do I go with good old Rayloff and the Stormcloaks? Realistically speaking, it doesn't matter because I'm just going to get a machine gun. So I'll go with the closest door. See, that's the way of the British. Sure, there might be a moral and ethical choice at stake here, but one door was a lot closer than the other. Right, I've now kitted out our lovely Breton here, Sir Dave, in massive Imperial armor. It's ridiculously over the top, but hey, it's gonna be great at bringing down dragons with machine guns. Right, I'm just going to rush our way through here, because realistically, everyone knows the tutorial in Skyrim, so I'll see you in a second. Now, this is the famous bear segment of the game, where in the tutorial, you get the opportunity to sneak past the bear. However, there's a really good exploit where if you just hold down the crouch button and just mash your way into the wall, it can grind infinite stealth. So yeah, realistically, all you can do is hold Control W, keep your mouse about here, and just leave your computer for about a day and you'll come back with 100 stealth. However, I don't have time for this, so I'm just gonna hit the bear. There we go, bear's dead. I called him Bertram, but alas, Bertram did not survive the axe. There we go, we finally made it out. Oh, and there goes that dragon. If only we had an anti-tank rifle about now, we could bring that bad boy down. Anyway, now we are finally free. We finished the lovely tutorial things over there as Bleak Falls Barrow, and we can now go about changing the wonderful world of Skyrim for the better, using the mighty power of guns. So, first we need to take Sir Dave and go collect some guns. Now, you see, it's a lesser known fact that the Dwemer, who are the dwarves in this game, actually invented Gatling guns, and so if you come to this region of the map here, the Cyberdyne ruins, you can go visit the Cyberdyne lab, which of course is full of machine guns and also, you guessed it, the Terminator. Because the dwarves were also time travelers, which is exactly why they have a T-800. Anyway, I've decided to pimp out Dave a bit, as you can see.
He's got glasses now.
And some very jazzy armor. Now we just need to give him an actual weapon. So, with our new equipment gathered, we're going to head back out into the world of Skyrim and start making some changes around here. For a start, I'm going to be dropping this axe. We no longer need it. Now, to begin with, it's important to start small, which is exactly why I've just got a small assault rifle. We don't want to scare the people of Skyrim just yet now, do we? So I think it's important that we actually join a side in this game. And so for that reason, I want to join the Dark Brotherhood. Now, the reason why is because the Dark Brotherhood are a group of assassins. And I really feel that Skyrim could use some of my great assassin abilities, now that I own the only guns that exist in this game. But hey, if you don't think I'm too powerful, let's go test out this gun on a little Falmor person over here. Hello, Falmor. You're behind a wall, so you can't even hit me. But say hello to my gun. And that's our first target down. The only issue is they are behind a wall, so we can't get to them. But equally, they can't get to us. Yes, I see you, Mr. Wizard Man. You want to fight me, but you can't. You can't open up that gate, can you? Oh, look at them try and come over and attack me. It's not going to save you, I'm afraid. I have a fully automatic gun, okay? There we go. We have defeated the Falmor. Admittedly, though, there are better ways to defeat the pesky elves. Like, for example, the Cobra fully automatic assault.
Oh, hey, Flame Mage. Thank you, by the way. We are... here, I can show this part. We are simulcasting. See, we got the multiple output plugin, and we are streaming on both the Twitch and the YouTube. And I am following the rules, and the stream is the same quality, and I'm not telling anybody to switch platforms or anything. And I got both chats open, and we're just having a grand old time. So thank you. I got the multi-stream set up because of you. I appreciate it. Just want to let you know.
Assault cannon. Allow me to demonstrate. Yeah, that usually does the trick. Some would say having a fully automatic anti-tank rifle attached to your arm is probably going to ruin some of Skyrim's balance, but I prefer to say it adds extra lore to the game. Now, Big Dave is actually going to be a level 1 character, and in fact, I don't think I even want to level him up. I mean, we've given him a gun, so if anyone's going to be able to beat Skyrim at level 1, it's going to be Big Dave here. So I'm going to travel over to Riften using the lovely wagon system in this game, so that hopefully I can say hello to our lovely friend, Greta the Cruel, who owns an orphanage. And all we're going to do is use our anti-tank rifle to kill her, and then we can hopefully join the Dark Brotherhood. And of course, the Riften guard would like to fleece me for the visitor's tax. Now, this is a bit of an issue because you're obviously a thief, I kill thieves, I have an anti-tank gun. You're not going to try and intimidate me, friend. Yes, they decided to let me in the end. I would hazard that the 40mm cannon strapped to me probably assisted, but hey, Dave is on a mission. My god, he looks so swanky. There we go, we found the orphanage. Now, of course, there are a few ways we could kill her.
Stabby knife.
I think personally we should go for a more stealthy approach, which is exactly why I'm going to use a shotgun instead. Greta here has actually gone to sleep, and one of the children here effectively escaped, ran off to Winterhold, and has done a dark sacrifice to try and get a member of the Dark Brotherhood to come and kill Greta. We can, do it the normal way and stab her, or I don't know, poison her. Instead, I'm going to use my shotgun. Oh no, I used the anti-tank rifle instead. I was meant to use this one. Admittedly, the shotgun was probably also going to be overkill. Right, well, it looks like I actually need to do more adventuring in the world before I join the wonderful assassin crew. So I'm naturally going to have to go to Whiterun and tell them all about this dragon business. Only one slight issue. I don't want to do that mission to Bleak Falls Barrow to get that dragon stone. No. That's way too boring. Like, I've done that mission probably about 50 times now. I don't know how many times you've done that mission, but I imagine it's well over the number of 10. So I'm going to be using some lovely console commands to try and bypass that bad boy. So here we go. We've made it all the way to wide front. Now they're not going to let us in. Come on, I have a tank rifle strapped to my arm. I'm going to try and persuade you to let me in. I've managed to persuade my way in, but apparently they're going to keep a close eye on me. Honestly, that doesn't surprise me given what's happening here. Most people don't run around with shotguns and anti-tank rifles. Right, there we go. They want me to retrieve the dragon stone, so I'm just going to open up my console here for a second. I'm just going to type in some magical words here. Who knows what just happened there? And there we go. I've just handed him the dragon stone of Bleak Falls Barrow without ever touching or even holding the dragon stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. And now we get to the mission where we get to face our first dragon. And as soon as that happens, oh, Sir Dave is mega ready to face off against dragons. Look at this unit. Look at him. He's just standing on top of a fire and tanking it. He's so impressive, so muscular, so handsome. If you're not seduced by Big Dave, then come on. You have no heart. And so Sir Dave is going to set out on his magical quest to defeat his first ever dragon. Admittedly though, we are still level 1, which means Big Dave can generally be one hit by some creatures in this game. So we do need to be careful. Also fall damage. Fall damage is very likely to go to kill him. Anyway, let's go experience Todd Howard's wonderful dream. Back when Todd Howard still had dreams.
That's great. Yeah, it's so sad what happened to Bethesda, and it's just happened in the entire entertainment industry. I've come to it's basically all the people with the money are the ones making the decisions, and all the people with the passion and that want to innovate and stuff, aren't making the decisions on what to spend money on. So that's why Starfield got released with the same damn engine with a little bit of an upgrade, because the shareholders were like, no, you shouldn't spend any money on developing a new graphics engine. You've already got a game engine. Just throw some updates on the game engine you got. And we sure as shit ain't going to pay 5% to Unreal. So now we've got, now Star Citizen was just super dated, and then in the gameplay it looked like, and I gotta tell you, I'm not optimistic for the Elder Scrolls 6 game. I am not. If I was, I'd be waiting for it to come out. Because I'm not. I'm basically developing my own game. Cited for the Doom Dark Ages. Yeah. I still need to play. In fact, we'll probably do that later today when I get tired, and I can't focus on this anymore. Hopefully we get this done. But before that happens today, if not, we'll just pick it up again tomorrow. But yeah, I still need to play Doom Eternal. I played the shit out of the first Doom 2016. That thing was freaking awesome. I don't know what it looks like now, but back in like 2015 or 2014, maybe it was 2016. No, it had to be 2016 because that's when the game came out. Back in 2016, the arcade mode was like so much fun. And I had got rank 666 or higher in all of the arcade levels. And some of them I had like numbered. I was like rank like 120 or something like that. I got pretty high in those rankings.
Based nightmares, or just general nightmares about the general feedback on some of his games. So here we go, we've released ourselves into the world. Now all we need to do is wait for the dragon to come back, and then we get to 1v1 the dragon.
Only game I'm looking forward to at the moment is THPS 3 and 4. What does THPS stand for? The Heroes. Yeah, what does I'm sorry, what does that stand for? And it's a remake.
Using our anti-tank cannon and, of course, a perfectly legitimate shotgun. Here comes the dragon. I'm so hyped and ready for this. Let me see how much health you've got, pesky dragon. And shotgun.
Oh, Tony Hawk Pro Skater. That's great. I don't think I ever played those games. I did some skateboarding when I was younger, and I got hurt pretty bad. That was the thing back in the day. Show how tough you are. Scrape and bloody them knees. Just get back up on the skateboard. Do it again.
Gun blast.
I suppose it'd be a lot more fun just to play a skating video game instead of having to deal with that.
Oh, you've missed that one. Shotgun blast. Is the dragon dead? Nope, the dragon is still alive. Apparently one shotgun is not enough. Right, anti-tank cannon it is. Oh my goodness, it's really doing things. Wow, that did great. Let's shotgun the corpse just to be certain. You know, double tap.
Double tap.
Yep, looks fine to me. Yeah, you certainly won't be coming back in Elder Scrolls 6, my friend. There we go. Now I just absorb the dragon's soul, and we can move on to the next place. My god, Sir Dave, he's not a very fast runner, if I'm being honest. He can run for about 20 meters before his legs get tired. The man just needs tea. I'd imagine if we actually gave him tea, he'd be able to run forever. The issue is, he's a Breton who's away from tea, so their powers are greatly diminished. It's kind of like how we lost control of America.
I really like Spiff's running joke about the tea. Apparently, he joked so much and for so long about being sponsored by Yorkshire Tea that they actually sponsored his ass.
It was all due to our distance from the Queen and also the distinct lack of tea over there. And so the Americans dunked the tea into the harbour to weaken our powers even more. To, give them temporary independence. But don't worry, it won't last for long, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, we
To retake the American colony.
We can, shoot them. I don't know, fire a shotgun or two. See, giants, they're no laughing matter. These bad boys, they've got a lot of power to them. But against a shotgun, there's not much they can do. My shotgun has too much power. And you're dead. My oh my, that was rather beautiful. Now I guess we just have to deal with this mammoth here for a second. Hello, mammoth. Say hello to anti-tank rifle. Oh, he did. Oh no, he's dead. Oh, and naturally, because I've done that mission, now I get Lydia as a servant. Alright, I'll lead the way, but Lydia, I'm going to have to give you something. I'm going to give you a special weapon. I'm not going to give you the Gatling gun. I'm going to be keeping
the Gatling. It sounded like he said gasoline gun. But he said Gatling gun. That's that British accent.
The axe of Whiterun. I don't need that bad boy. You can have it. So we've accepted a mission to try and retrieve a sword which has been collected by some bandits. It's time for another Sir Dave adventure. Away we go, ladies and gentlemen. Right, and I do believe we've almost made it. Over there, where the textures haven't rendered in, I do believe that's the bandit camp. You see, Todd Howard had to design this game so that it would eventually run on Samsung smart fridges. Exactly why he never set the draw distance to be beyond this point.
He's right. He's right. All of the half the things that we're doing in here is based, and a bunch of the things that we reconfigure is basically jacking draw distance and stuff way up and optimizing a bunch of stuff because the game was designed to run on consoles. And back then when this game came out in 2011, those consoles only had like 4 gigs of RAM. So yeah, very, very limited. Also, it can run on a console. And then we got that crappy user interface because of this, but that's okay. We're fixing it. That's what the beauty of Skyrim is. You mod it and you get it do whatever you want.
Will do the job. It's not exactly anti-personnel, so we're going to have to switch up our weapon. I'm thinking we try and make our way through this camp stealthily. So I've equipped a stealthy silenced SMG, and we're going to try and sneak our way inside.
A few moments later.
What are you doing here? Get away from me! Oh yes, Sir Dave. Oh my goodness. Now that was beautiful, Sir Dave. What an absolute finisher on that bandit there. Right, let's go steal this sword.
It's almost like an Evil Dead episode because he just has firearms in the Skyrim setting.
Back. You know what? I think the SMG is probably the best choice for indoors. So we're going to be sticking to this bad boy. Apparently we also activated a trap. But hey, thanks to Todd Howard's Skyrim physics, we remain completely unaffected. Oh my, we set the floor on fire. Oh, hello, it's a bandit chief. Goodbye, Bandit Chief. Pleasure knowing you. And you're done. There you go. I've successfully dealt with all the bandits. Wow, look. They've even got tripwires here and everything. I'd imagine activating this tripwire is going to drop something from the ceiling that probably won't kill me. Nope. No, it's just set Lydia on fire. That's fine. Sorry, Lydia. Allow me to assist some of the flames. Are you alive? Oh, hang on a second. You don't come back. Right. Let's just say the Bandit Chief did that one, and I'm getting out of here. Oh, look. And here's the courier. Okay, he's delivering me something. Oh my goodness. Apparently I've got some gold for an inheritance. That's very nice. What have I inherited? In the name of Jarl Balgruuf, it is with great regret that they inform me of Lydia's death. Oh, yes, Lydia's death. Apparently the deceased has bequeathed unto you a measure of 300 gold pieces. Thanks, Lydia. I didn't realize I was in your will, Lydia. That's very nice of you. I'll be keeping that.
Oh, we're doing good, Mr. Balls. We're actually simulcasting thanks to Flame Mage. So we're on Twitch and we're on the YouTube, and I'm following the rules. The the stream's quality's the same, and not telling anybody to go anywhere. And we're getting through this. We're getting through this mod guide, and we're just kicking back and enjoying some content from Spiffy and Brent while he's playing Skyrim while I'm modding Skyrim. And there are things that are happening in this game that remind me of why I'm going through all this trouble to follow this mod guide. So yeah, we're just kick back, hang out. I'm here. Let me link this in chat for everybody. That's if you're interested in actually like looking at the guide. I've got it over on my third screen, and I'm basically everything's all set up. See, I've got all the files, so I just got to get these installed, get the settings on them configured correctly, and then we should be able to load it up. But it is taking a bit of time. There's a lot of attention to detail that has to go into this guide, and that's what we're doing right now. So we're just gonna keep chugging along, and let's hang out.
What a shame that she died in a freak accident. As much as I like to make fun of Todd Howard and his incredible DLC policy when it comes to games, look on the bright side. At least it isn't Call of Duty. They recently released a new weapon. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, a new weapon, which you can buy for microtransactions for 20 quid. What do you get? You get a hammer. God, I love some games. They're incredible, aren't they? One of my favorite exploits, which I'm sure many of you will have probably tried out, is the bucket exploit. You ever want a good, but it's too expensive? That's fine. Just put a bucket on someone's head. There we go. Now, if no one else was around here, we could then just steal this, and he won't see because he has a bucket on his head. Is it child abuse to put a 20-kilogram kettle on someone's head? Potentially. But Sir Dave doesn't ask those questions. Now, basically, the Dark Brotherhood are...
I did not know you could do that. I didn't. It makes sense that putting the bucket on somebody's head would break line of sight. So that's funny.
Annoyed because what we've done is we've killed one of their targets. Now in return they want me to kill a captive. Basically we have a choice. We kill one of these three and then we get released. However, I think there's an alternative way of doing this if I'm being honest. Skyrim, say hello to Minigun.
Say hello to Minigun.
Yep, I do believe that solved our problem. And this is great. I cannot fast travel because there are enemies nearby. Yeah, it's only a dragon. Right, time to take this bad boy out the sky. I'm sorry, Dragon, but, face Minigun. This is about as anti-air as we can get in Skyrim, I'm afraid. There we go. Goodbye, my friend. It's really your fault for trying to fight someone with a fully automatic weapon. There we go. He's finally decided to give up. Right, so I've just entered the Dark Brotherhood, picked up some contracts, and I have 3 people that I now need to kill. So we're going to go out into the world and stealthily try and get rid of some of these pesky people. And classic, the game is broken and my map has gone really, really funky all of a sudden. Oh, look, a fox. Let's get rid of that bad boy. See, this is how to do hunting. Oh, no, it's not. The fox has glitched out behind the tree. Okay, what is going on here, Todd Howard? Oh my, there's a thief right here. Let's get rid of him using a gun. Yes! Come on, Sir Dave. Oh my god, you're so cool. Let's shoot his body into the water so no one suspects me. There we go. Get you into the water, and you can now float away. No questions asked. Goodbye. All evidence is gone. Right, I guess I just shoot you. That's one contract completed. Yes, I do believe this is the spot. I should be able to take the shot without anyone noticing. Ah, there we go. That was the hit. Oh god, a bounty of 1,000 was added to me. Right, time to do a run-up. I'm a level 1 Dave. I wasn't built for fighting. Stay away from me, please. Come on, Dave. Run, and if they try and chase you, we'll have to use lethal force on them. Right, lethal force it is. Now, you see, it's very important we test out our weapons before we actually go and use them. And luckily for us, there are 2 poachers sat right here. Just gonna crouch down and, goodbye. Yeah, that's worked out rather well. On to the next place. Hello. Right, time to get rid of you. Sorry, friend, but, nothing personal. Dual miniguns just kind of tend to do the trick, you see. And, that should be 1 dragon defeated. Rather easily as well. Look at him fly down dead. Wow, that is so many glitches going on there. Thank you, Todd Howard, for releasing this beautiful finished game. And here we go. My target's over here, but this time I think I can stealthily take him out without anyone noticing. Like so. There we go. That should be lovely. I have just noticed, yep, the bounty's been placed on me. Time to fight off all of the Rift Guards. Do I still have a bounty? I think I'm a free man. Speaking of which, I appear to have just glitched into here. Thank you, Todd Howard, for that. I am completely and utterly stuck. I cannot move. And they are chasing me. You know, we should probably take on the final boss of this game. I think we're ready. We're level 1, but hey, we're dual-wielding miniguns, so it's hardly like it's going to be a difficult task at all. So yes, I'm going to gather the necessary console commands, and hopefully we're going to face off against the final boss this game has to offer. So here we are, facing off against the greatest monster that Skyrim has to offer. Alduin the Deadly Dragon. And so today we will be defeating him using 2 chain miniguns. Now prior to this fight I've decided to get a few little rings of destruction to increase my destruction damage. I'm sorry, horsey, you've got to go. Oh my, the horse is still alive. Right, we'll kill the caravan guard instead. I'm sorry, man. And he did not make it into Skyrim 2. And time to take out Alduin. Oh wow, this is actually working quite effectively. Wow, okay, I was not expecting that. Sorry, Alduin, you've got to go. You're the final boss. Oh, no, he's done a shout. Wow, he's just, smashed Dave to the floor. Please be careful, Dave has like 100 health. Oh, but he's managed to survive, and, Alduin, he's dead. We finally killed him. Oh, he's just evaporated into space dust. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. And so the adventure of Dave has come to an end. He's done everything he wanted to in this world. He's killed the endgame boss using miniguns, and he's proved that in Skyrim, all you need to do to win is just to have a large amount of miniguns and a dream of one day controlling the entire world. So, if you've enjoyed watching the adventures of Dave as he encounters more glitches like this Whiterun guard here, then make sure to give the video a like, and why not consider subscribing to join our lovely community. Special thanks to, of course, Todd Howard for creating this beautiful experience, and as always, my majestic patrons who fund all of these completely and utterly silly videos. Seriously, thank you very much. Without you, I couldn't possibly think about doing this full time. And also, some of you don't yet seem to know that I'm actually a member of the Yogscast now, if you can believe it. Yes, they somehow let me in, and in return, I'm going to be flooding their offices with bad. So we put this bad boy on, and now if we go to our level up screen, we can see that our health is now at 12,000. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Spiffing Brit, and today you join me in Skyrim. That's right, our long-awaited expedition into Skyrim to break the game has finally started, and to think it's only taken us just half a year to finally do an exploit video on the most broken game in existence. Thank you, Todd Howard, our Lord and Saviour, for making it in such a way. Now, Skyrim is such a unique, it's such a beautiful and such a majestic role-playing game, which I'm pretty much certain every single person in the universe has played. And so here we are today, ladies and gentlemen, to show you one of my favourite exploits, as well as many others, because let's be honest, it's Skyrim. It's physically impossible to play the game without showing off exploits. The game literally just throws exploits at you, and you have to go, please, no, Todd, stop, why didn't you bug fix this years ago? So today, here we are in the fantastic game. Well,
that's the other thing that really grinds my gears is they have released multiple versions of the game, and there are a lot of extremely well-known problems and bugs with the game, and they haven't fixed any of them. You have to go through a mod guide like I am to fix it. I mean, they're just going to keep doing it when people keep paying for it. People keep, they're voting with their wallets, I guess. Well, we don't mind. I guess it's because you can mod it, and they've done so. It is such a great game. They did so many things right with it. It could have been the most perfect game ever, but that's okay. We're going to make our own game. We're in the process of learning Unreal Engine 5, and we're making a lot of progress.
I'll be demonstrating to you, ladies and gentlemen at home, the most overpowered weapon in the game, the common household utensil of the fork. So without further ado, let's start a new game. Oh, here we are. We're in the character customization. I have the alternative life start mod installed, mostly so that I don't have to sit through that horrible, fantastic tutorial that Todd Howard created for all of us.
Yeah, the tutorial does grind your gears after you go through it 100 times.
So yes, we need to...
But the first like 50 times, you're like, yeah.
Create a character / hero to be our adventurer through this wonderful world. Now, there are many different people to choose from, and many adventures we could have with some of these fantastically beautiful people. Oh, but I've got an idea, ladies and gentlemen. I have a fantastic idea. I think today, ladies and...
Oh, I need to get in the habit of looking over at chat more. I see your message there, Mr. Bowles. I appreciate you leaving me on while while you do other stuff. I'm super happy that you have elected me to do that. I put on stuff all the time when I'm working with my hands, cleaning the kitchen, cooking, stuff like that. So I am happy to be the thing that you are listening to while you're doing other stuff. That's awesome. And hey, Phoebus joined the chat, everybody. Phoebus, we are simulcasting thanks to Flame Mage. He was right. I can simulcast, and we are simulcasting on. I have a great co-pilot to have on. Oh, well, here, let's just look real quick. You can. So did I. But here, let's just pull this over real quick. Where was it? There it is. Twitch simulcasting guidelines, and then it shows me the source. Oh, this was me troubleshooting. OBS was being wonky. It's probably up here at the top. Oh yeah, there we go. So here we go, simulcasting. Okay. When you are streaming on Twitch services, you may simultaneously live stream or broadcast simulcast on any other network platform or service that supports live streaming of generated content. Only if you ensure that the quality of Twitch users' experience of your simulcasts is at a minimum no less than the experience on other platforms, including by your engagement with the Twitch community, for example, via chat. So I got both chats open. You do not provide links or otherwise direct your community to leave Twitch for your simulcast or other services because we value the community on Twitch and the integral role community engagement plays for all Twitch users. So this makes sense. They don't want you, they want people on their platform. They don't want people going to other platforms. That's fine. They're a company. They're trying to make money. I get it. You do trying to make money. You do not use third-party services that combine activity from other platforms. So like I can't just install a plugin that combines the two chats into one. So I got both of them open. I agree. Twitch chat is much better. There seems to be like a delay on YouTube stuff. But I don't really know which one I prefer. I mean, now that I'm simulcasting, I think it's fine. Like, in fact, this was all to Flame Mage was like, hey, you simulcast. I'd really appreciate that. So that's what we're doing. And I appreciate him for letting me know. So, yeah, we're just cooking right along. I really appreciate the viewers and stuff, man. I've learned a lot. People have given me a lot of really good info.
Gentlemen, we should create the greatest man ever to exist. Now, many of you at home might have been watching E3 and think, well, of course, it's got to...
Yeah, thanks, Phoebus. I will be here modding Skyrim. we got a ways to go. But we're chugging right along. It's going like butter because I got everything organized, I got everything downloaded, and I'm just looking over at the guide, making sure I install it correctly and installing correctly. Sometimes you're hiding files, resolving conflicts, stuff like that. And then we're just going down the list. And we're enjoying some Skyrim content from one of our favorites, the Spiffing Brit.
Be Keanu Reeves, but no, ladies and gentlemen, it's not. It's Keanu Reeves' long-lost cousin, Rihanna Keeves. That's who we're going to be creating today. And I think unlike our previous adventures into Skyrim, we probably shouldn't just make all of our characters of eyes that stare into the void, no matter how much I do enjoy it. Oh my goodness, eye height slider. Oh, Todd, you shouldn't have given me such powers. Oh yes, Rihanna Keeves, he's going to have very low-down eyes for some reason. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful little goblin. Oh, these massive eyebrows. Yes, we want the bushiest boys alive. In fact, we're going to have his eyebrows kind of migrate away from his eyes. They just don't want to be included there. They want to be free. Right, I don't want to say weird things happen every time I create a character, but, I'd say this one's gone surprisingly well. Right, now we just need Rihanna Keeves' beautiful hair. Oh, there we go. It's perfect. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. I mean, I'm pretty sure Keanu Reeves' actual chin isn't like that, but Rihanna Keeves can be. That's the joy of creativity and imagination. That's what Todd wanted to teach us about. The joy of creating something beautiful. Yes, very beautiful.
Oh, I love his content so much. I really do.
No Keeves. Right, let us finish and name our character. Yes, Riano Keeves. Perfect. The greatest hero I could ever wish for. Right, now
It's the right amount of snark covering the negativity, because yeah, he just does a good job of making light and fun of its flaws.
we just need to pick our life. You know, we could do the vanilla start, but I think so many people have seen it, it's best we probably skip it, and instead we'll go for arriving on board a ship, and I'm gonna say we just arrived in Dawnstar for some reason. Yes, this makes sense. After trying to escape the success of his cousin, Keanu Reeves, Riano Keeves decides to jump on board.
Oh, holy crap. Chaos Orb just subscribed. Oh, that is awesome. Thank you so much. That is, oh man, we are one away from having 10 subscribers. I'm so happy. You guys are great. This is we're building this thing up a little bit at a time, and I'm sure once I actually get to play in Skyrim, and then we'll release that Skyrim music video, there'll be a lot more people here, because they'll be like, wait, you mean to tell me that guy spent 90 days making a 5-minute music video? Yeah, so really appreciate that. Thanks, man.
Board a boat and sail away to a far gone land where Todd Howard, one of his friends from primary school in the chess club, promised him safety and sanctitude by porting him into a game just like CD Projekt Red. But inside this game, Todd Howard promised him godhood, and so that is what Riano Keeves is striving for today. What a magical journey we're going to go on. I'm so excited. Right, ladies and gentlemen, if you are ready for this, make sure you are sat back, that you are relaxed, you have a nice warm cup of tea in front of you, as we are about to begin the life of the greatest hero ever made. And you know what? Riano Keeves, he's a lovely guy. Look at him. He's so majestic. And you know what? He's willing to do a special offer just for you, the ladies and gentlemen at home.
I do appreciate you taking the time to do that for me, man. That's really helping out.
The first 5,000 majestic sausages to like this video will be visited in the
majestic sausages
by Riano Keeves. That's right. This magical, beautiful.
Speaking of, you know what is not a majestic sausage? So I have a confession to make. So you know those canned Vienna sausages? I know how those are made, and I still think they're delicious. It's got the right amount. I don't know. The Vienna sausages are made by taking the bones and all of the I guess, well, it's not waste products because they're using it, but like the bones and the connective tissue and all the little stuff that can't actually be, put in the actual product they're making, and they put it in a big centrifuge and it spins around really fast, and then all of the stuff that gets on the wall, they call it pink slime, and then they press that into the Vienna sausage, and I think they cook it and then put it in a brine and can it. So that is what a Vienna sausage is. And I had opened up the can of the Vienna sausage, and I swear, I was holding the pull tab like right here, and all I did was that, and it cut the ever living shit out of my finger. It was amazing how sharp and how deep that cut went, and it's right on the part where you press the key, that's why it's all wrapped up like this. And I'm derpy typing. I don't know why this reminded me of that. Probably because I'm getting annoyed that I have this on my finger. But it is the exact opposite from a majestic sausage. It was a very unmajestic sausage that did that to me.
Creature will just spontaneously, sometime around midnight, you'll open your eyes and there he is, standing at the end of your bed, giving you a wave, and then he'll disappear forever, never to be seen again. Who wouldn't want that beautiful service? God, I don't know if that's going to have a positive or negative reaction on how well this video does. Anyway, Riano Keeves, he's just arrived by boat. He needs some supplies, so where is he going to get the supplies from? Well, we're in Dawnstar, ladies and gentlemen, and as we know, Todd Howard left a little surprise for Riano Keeves in Dawnstar. Near this mine here, we go to these rocks, and these rocks are very special rocks. What's that? Search chest? But hang on a second, that's not a chest, that's a rock! Oh no, it isn't, ladies and gentlemen. This is in fact very much a chest.
So the reason this exploit works, and it's even a thing, is because they needed the inventory system that they designed. I guess they didn't account for needing some sort of flag or non world represented inventory. So what they have to do is there's a bunch of, even in Starfield, there's a bunch of chests, and they're typically, you can actually get to this one, but they're typically below the level mesh. So here's the level mesh, and you see snow or rocks or whatever, and down here's the chest just floating. And those chests that are under have the inventory of the merchants that you buy from. So the exploit is if you can get your reticle kind of over, because the hitboxes for the mesh aren't perfect either. So that's why you can walk up and look at the rock and then open up the chest, because that's where the guy's inventory is. And it's the same. The reason this, you can see that they didn't really make a lot of updates to the game's engine, because the same exploit exists in Starfield.
Chest full of literally everything you could possibly need. So we're going to be grabbing all of the fun items which have actual magical enchantments on them, as these enchantments are going to become very useful later on.
Yeah, I like the Vienna sausages, Flamage, and I get a craving for them like every 2 or 3 weeks. Like I get a craving if I don't have any red meat after about 2 or 3 weeks. I think it's just there's something in there that's got what my body needs, because I eat them and then I feel better.
And even a wooden sword. Wow, this is like the second most powerful weapon in the game. So many valuable items are left in here. I wonder where they all came from. Why is there a chest here? Well, basically, Todd Howard decided that the magical roaming bands of traders known as the Khajiit, who go from town to town giving you magical supplies, needed to have a place to store their goods. And for some reason, Todd decided to not bury this beneath the ground, but he decided to place it slap bang right here. Thank you.
And they still haven't fixed that. You can go buy like the latest version of Skyrim that they've released, and you can go up to that chest and still open it.
Todd. But of course we don't actually have enough items to create.
Hey Deathforge, yes, we are here. Let me link this to you. Let's link it in the chats. There we go. We are following this guide. There's somebody, maybe it was you, that recommended the Nulvis. Is this the one? This one? This is like got the 2500 mods. But we're doing. I definitely want to try that. Yeah, I definitely want to try that. But I want to start with because it changes and not in a bad way at all. It changes the way the Skyrim game looks and updates the graphics and everything. It's great. But I had always intended to keep the vanilla look of Skyrim as much as possible for the music video. So I'm going to go through the trouble of doing all this modding, and hopefully I get the kind of footage that I want. Now, if I don't, then, we just go ahead and install this and go from there. But I wanted, since I already had all the mods down, I spent like 16 hours downloading and naming all these mods and crap. So, I've already put in the work. We're going to stick with the plan, and then we'll see what we get. We'll see what the footage looks like, what the gameplay looks like, and if we are dissatisfied or we reach a stopping point or a limitation or whatever, then we will hop over to Nulvis and see what we can see. But we're just plugging right along. We're enjoying some Spiffing Brit content on Skyrim while we mod Skyrim. It's Skyrim Inception.
A god tier level 4. We're going to need some more items, and we're also going to need some enchantments that we actually want. So to get those enchantments, we're going to need to have the Khajiit restock their supplies. And how are they going to restock their supplies, you might ask? Well, it's quite simple. We need to just stand here and wait. So, this is where the Khajiit will arrive eventually when their trade caravan comes, and so we will simply stand and stare and wait for their arrival. I will see all of you in about 17 hours, as Todd Howard decided to make the time-passing animation incredibly slow. My goodness, these cats really do take a long time. You know what? Maybe Rian O'Keefe's...
Oh, yeah, I'm excited to try it out. I like the idea of the combat that you describe. That's why let me pull this over here real quick. That's why foundational systems, movement systems. That's why like the movement system that I want to be in my game. Okay, so you move around, basic locomotion, and then you can jump. Obviously, we've already got these coded up in the game, by the way. And then sprint should be a thing, and then you should be able to do a huge leap forward after you sprint a certain distance, but only forward. So you can't like do it to the side. And then side leap, quick sidestep, a roll, stealth crouch, stealth roll, camera switch in between first and third, and then the stamina system. So you have to be kind of strategic with all of the options that you have. I crave a gameplay like this. So I am looking forward to trying out Novus. And maybe it'll give me some more ideas to improve the movement system here.
Can do something first, just to test out some of his incredible powers. Well, Ryan O'Keefe, he likes money, he loves to make money, but where's the best place to get money? Well, best way to get money in this game is probably by trading, but trading's a little bit tricky because, you need items to actually trade and traders who want to buy from you. So what if there was a way to bypass literally all of that? Well, we're going to head over here to this wonderful, is this some kind of mortar and pestle? Nice. Some kind of alchemy shop. I'm going to wait until they open their doors. That'll be fun. Here we go. So now that they're open, we can now start to buy some of these fantastic items here. Actually, no, we don't want any of these, but Rihanna Keys would like some money. So how are we meant to get money and not lose anything from our inventory?
Well, that's actually the purpose of the movement system, is to, if you're good at video games, you should be able to just whoop up on people. And then there's like the leveling and the skills and all that kind of stuff. So there will be a point where, like, if probably like levels 1 through 15 or something like that. I haven't figured all this out yet. But when you're low level, if you're really good at the game, you're going to have a massive edge because you've got all these options for movement and stuff like that. There will eventually come like a mob where, kind of like in The Witcher, how you have to prepare for it, like you can't just if you got an iron dagger and you're supposed to go hunt a ghost, you got to do something to the dagger, otherwise the dagger is going to pass all the way through. And you'll be able to dodge and get out of the way of the ghost, but you won't be able to damage it or something like that, and that's just something off the top of my head. But I never liked one of the things that I don't like about the games industry is they either arbitrarily lock difficulty behind a level, like, if you're like level 20 and you're fighting a level 40 thing, like you can't even do any damage to it. Like, that's dumb. The other idea that I had at the top of my head just escaped me, but I think having a movement system like that will reward skilled players, and then those that are less skilled just need to get some more levels, and then they'll be able to overpower the thing anyway. And that way both play styles can feel rewarded, because if you get your butt kicked and you're not too good at movement and you leave and you come back 10 levels later and you smack the guy because you're 10 levels higher, that feels good, even to the people that got their butt kicked the first time because they suck at movement.
It's quite important that we keep everything in our inventory. Well, if that's the case, we talk to Frida here and see what she has on sale. Now she is...
Yeah, that's I like that aspect of Witcher. Being able, you prepped right, being able to take on things that shouldn't have been in your league. I really did appreciate that part of the gameplay.
Some quite impressive things on sale, including a potion of brief invisibility. I would love something.
Actually, I think my biggest gripe with Witcher 3 was it blows a constant, the wind blows at a constant 15 miles an hour all the time. Like, all the time. It looks good, but after like 40 hours of gameplay, you're like, man, this place is really windy.
Like that. But we just don't really have the money. So what if there was some kind of way, ladies and gentlemen, to get money without actually selling anything? Well, luckily, this is where Ryan O'Keefe's education comes into effect. Well, Ryan O'Keefe, he's an intelligent guy. He actually has a full university diploma from realisticdiplomas.com in the art of Khajiit trading. This is an actual legitimate thing you can buy, by the way, if you'd like. Oh god, but now that I actually think about this, I probably should have mentioned that, else I'll have people demanding that I do the same thing. It's gonna be just like that knighthood from Sealand. Look, guys, I sunk £80 into a knighthood from Sealand. How far do I have to take the memes, ladies and gentlemen? How far? Oh goodness, you know what? I'll buckle into it, okay? This is gonna be a huge push for you, ladies and gentlemen. If you... If for some reason this video can hit 20,000 likes, I have no idea how, I will buy a fake diploma in Khajiit trading from the University of Australia via realisticdiplomas.com. Oh goodness, the things I do. Anyway, let us see how Riano Keeves can put his realistic diploma to good use. Well, so how do we do this wonderful thing? Well, you want to hit on Riano Keeves, go over to Frida here, and then hit E. And suddenly, things have gotten a little bit wacky, because we are now in our sell screen. So as you can see in the bottom left, we have the letter E, and that means we can sell items. Whatever we sell here, we gain money from. For example, this ale, we sell, and as you can see, Frida's gold goes down and our gold goes up. Yet the ale doesn't go away. Also, you might remember that we don't actually have any ale in our inventory. Now this can be advanced by looking even further down. This here is the Potion of Brief Invisibility, an item that I'd love to have but will never be able to afford. Yet for some reason it now says only 69 in value, and also I can sell it. Well, hang on a second, what has Riano Keeves done now? Well, what's happened here, ladies and gentlemen, is that Riano Keeves' art of Khajiit trading is so powerful, he's able to go over to this lovely little Frida here and convince her to buy her own items off of herself and give the money to Riano Keeves. And Frida's gold goes down, and ours goes up, and our speech level's up. Yep, that's how it works. And you know, we're so good, we're even going to sell it to her, even when she has no gold. So we're gaining no gold from this, but we're selling her this potion, and our speech just keeps on going up as fast.
Now that's an exploit if I ever saw one. Win constantly, yeah, and then the, you know, I appreciate the attention to detail that, you know, he would announce something like that, so you would know as a player that there was something to do, but it certainly happens a little too frequently, and it does great after you get enough play hours going.
Just as I can hit enter, it's gonna go up, and that's a level up, ladies and gentlemen. Speech level 22. Come on, Frida, keep buying all of your own potions. Yeah, Todd Howard, this game, it just works, doesn't it? Just works. Perfect release quality. By the way, I'm playing on Skyrim Special Edition. This is meant to be the Mastered Edition they released well after the game, and the game is 10 years old at this point, so it's not like they haven't had time to patch it, although to be
I'm glad he's calling this out.
honest, I mean, they have been too busy implementing Fortnite into Fallout 76, so I can't blame them for not focusing on patching this. Anyway, there we go. What a success. We've had an absolutely brilliant sale time with Frida here. Alternatively, there's another way to do this even more and gain more money. What you're going to want to do is drop down a save. So we drop down a save here, get out our fists, punch Frida, and then immediately reload the game. And for some reason, Todd Howard has her be hostile for a second and then immediately resets her. But in resetting her, an issue arises. Her money has been reset. So has her entire inventory, meaning she now has 2 potions of brief invisibility. Thanks, Todd Howard. Working perfectly as intended. And also, she's forgotten about that branching timeline where Riano Keeves literally just punched her and is more than willing to do even more trading. So we go over and we do some more trading. Our speech is up to 41. This is going so well, Riano Keeves, so well. You know, whilst we're here, we could actually do buying some of these supplies because we're going to be needing them later on. So we're going to want some Cyrodiilic spade tails, and I'm pretty sure some Absian longfins also work. There we go, perfect. Anyway, I'll see you later, Frida. I've got some Khajiits to trade with. And finally then, we'll be able to test who has the greatest trading prowess. Riano Keeves with his perfectly realistic diploma from realisticdiplomas.com, 100% not sponsored, or the actual Khajiit, the greatest traders in the entirety of this universe. And so Riano Keeves begins his long wait. He must now sit here and wait for the Khajiit to arrive. And here they are. The Khajiit have arrived. Perfect. You only have to wait a few days for them to actually turn up. However, you might notice that Skyrim has kind of Skyrimed. Now these 3 Khajiit aren't actually all the Khajiit. There's a 4th one of them, and it's the 4th one that you can do the trading with. The rest are kind of useless. So where is the 4th one? Well, thanks to Todd Howard's ingenuity, for some reason, you have quite a high chance of them just leaving the fourth one behind. And you can find the fourth one by just running along this road, and there she is standing on a rock over there. Thanks, Todd Howard. Very cool. Now, these Khajiit will have the same inventory as the one we literally just stole from not that long ago. So if we check what they have for sale, we can see that basically, as we've waited a few days, that chest over there is reset and is now filled.
I know I look like I'm just looking back and forth at screens. It looks like I downloaded something out of order, and I'm just making sure that I didn't skip over anything. It doesn't look like I did. It's just one thing's out of order.
With all of the goodies that we see in her inventory. Now this is absolutely fantastic because there are some great things in here. For example, an enchantment that we need massively. The Necklace of Minor Alchemy. This means created potions are 12% more powerful. That is incredibly overpowered. But how do we get it? We can't afford it. It's 1,417. Oh, actually we can afford it. Okay, let's just buy it. And now we are down and the Khajiit now has 2,000 gold. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. We've said hello to our Khajiit friend over here. Now we're going to run this way. So we've just bought that fantastic alchemy thing. That is brilliant. That means all of our potions are so much stronger. And trust me, that's going to be necessary. But now that we know that the Khajiit inventory has been reset, what you want to do is run down this hill, and we're going to run all the way over to the mine. Come on, Rihanna Keeves, it's not even that cold. So there we go. We just jump our way over here, and over here, wha-bam, we have our friend, the chest. Here we go, chest. And as we can see, her entire inventory has been reset, and these are all of the items included. So we'll just grab all of the soul gems as always. Also, all of the gold that we gave her ourselves has also been deposited in here, so that's 2,167 gold we've just gained back, and there we go, success. We've managed to get all of the items we like. So what do? Well, we just have to run back to our Khajiit friend. So you just run all the way back up the hill over to our lovely friend, Khajiit Trader. Now, of course, her...
I know that you, Deathforge asked if I downloaded alternate leveling mod. I know that this does kind of overhaul some of the skills stuff. I don't know by how much. I think it maybe stops a couple of exploits or something like that. But we'll see. We'll see.
Her inventory hasn't reset because we've literally just gone back and forth, so we need to find a way to reset our lovely Khajiit friend's inventory, and the best way to do that is by dropping down a save and then punching her, and then immediately loading the save. And now for some reason she became hostile, resets her hostility, and her gold has been reset, but not only that, so have all of her weapons. I'm going to repeat this process a few times. I'll see you once I've gathered all of the supplies that I like the look of. Now you might be wondering, why is Rihanna Keeves so destined on accumulating so much money and power? And why on earth does he have a diploma from realisticdiplomas.com, not an actual reputable college like, I don't know, the College of Winterhold? Well, it's because the College of Winterhold didn't want Rihanna Keeves. Apparently they took one look at him and decided, no. So Rihanna Keeves is on a mission to become the most powerful man alive and force the College of Winterhold to accept him for what he is, the Lord and Saviour of all humanity. And whilst we're here, just nab literally everything. Minor boots of sneaking? More like my boots of sneaking now. Right, and now back to Khajiit Lady to do it all again. So at the moment I'm just power leveling the speech skill by convincing Todd Howard that at the moment I'm trading 1,629 every 3 times I press the enter key. And as you can guess, I have for some reason inherited the abilities of almost any Korean StarCraft 2 player, and my enter-tapping abilities have almost exceeded normal British capabilities. Oh, I'm gonna need a new keyboard after this, but it's worth it for the video. Oh, fret, keyboard, go! Oh yes, speech skill 49, come on, let's get it to 50. There we go, speech skill 50. Whoa, what a challenge that was. My finger has literally melted. Oh, but that was worth it. Alright, let's drop down a save. So we drop down another save, a punch, and then we load it again. Oh, this is how to profit. This is good profit. Alright, you know what, I think I've found everything I'm ever going to find off of the Khajiit. I've got quite a few enchantments that I like the look of, so now we just need to move on to the next phase of our plan. Quite simple in fact. Rihanna Keeves needs to run back, loot all of the soul gems out of that chest, and then we have to go on a bit of an adventure. Alright, there we go, we've nabbed everything I could find in the chest that I like the look of, and now it's time for us to leave. And I'm afraid we need to leave for good and go somewhere much more profitable. Now, whilst I might make a lot of jokes at Skyrim's expense, one thing you can't pass up on is the fact that this game is actually beautiful. And it was made 10 years ago, and yet to this day, it's still a game that so many of us are still playing. Can we say that about Call of Duty games that were made in, say, the
Yeah, which one do you have you tried both? Yeah, the guide has it. Vorkey. That's the name of the mod that, or at least one of them that overhauls some of the skill stuff. They're both by the same guy. Oh, cool. Which one do you like better?
The last 4 years? Not really.
Probably the one you mentioned, Ordinator.
But we can certainly say it about this. Anyway, now we need to actually continue on our journey of making the most...
Actually, I'm curious. Let me take a look. Ordinator. Ordinator, Bone Collector, Bone again, Ordinator. Directional perk paths? Here, let's just search. Let's see what we come up with. So he does some armor. Ordinator, expanded necromancer perks. Perk fix, this one, about this mod. Oh no. Go ahead and link me the thing you're talking about. I'll peek at it.
most powerful character in the universe using only a wooden fork. Now, wooden forks in Skyrim come in two variants. You have the plain boring wooden fork, and then you have the wooden fork weapon version. Now, normally, you can't find the wooden fork weapon version. Now, the wooden fork by itself does 1 damage and is completely useless. However, with enough skill, it is the most powerful weapon in the game. Now, you want to go to this lovely lady here in Whiterun, as she can teach you how to do alchemy. So you just want to plow a ton of gold into her, and then bam, we've learned how to do alchemy. Now, the issue is this game says you need to level up to actually train more. So, yep, sadly, we do have to level up our character. But then, you know, bam, we can just do it all again. Now, it's important we reach an alchemy level of, I'm going to say about 40, I think it is, you need to hit. We certainly want to make this more powerful. So I'm going to buy Alchemist up to level 2. That means all of our potions are 40% stronger. But we're also probably going to want to grab Physician so that we can then grab Benefactor, as this means potions you mix with beneficial effects have an additional 25% magnitude, which is very impressive. And if you ever want to, say, borrow something in this game, say this very expensive Void Salts here, or maybe this even more expensive Potion of Haggling, then what you do is you just grab it and run this direction. And then when you're here, you just crouch down, drop it on the floor, and lo and behold, she doesn't suspect anything. I just came in here with one of her potions, and it's disappeared. But there's no way I did that. Anyway, so we're going to head out into Whiterun, and we're going to go visit the Jarl's Palace, for the sole reason that the Jarl's Palace has not only an alchemy table, but also an enchanting table. Oh, it is magical. So Rihanna Keeves is going to run into Dragon's Reach, and for some reason, no one's going to question why on earth he's here. Yep, they're just going to stand over there and ignore him, because guess what? He's not the main character in this storyline. So he's going to come on over here and say hello to Farengar. Luckily, this guy is a source of almost endless soul gems if you need any enchantments. So if you didn't bring some of your own, don't worry, you can just borrow them from him. And by borrowing, I mean the classical Skyrim process of holding E on this soul gem, walking around here, crouching, and then borrowing it. Anyway, we need to level up, and one of the best ways to do it is using an enchanting table, as we need to get some of those enchantments. Yes, you basically just want to plow through all of these enchantments that you've discovered along your way and sell them. Well, by sell them I mean just disenchant them. And there we go, that's one level up. And most importantly, we've managed to gain the enchantment of alchemy. That is the most important thing to grab. It doesn't matter what other enchantments you have, it's the alchemy enchantment which is going to actually win the game. And because we've done all that, we've managed to level up. So you level up your perks once more, and then all you have to do is simply run back to that lovely alchemist lady. So there we go, we get her to train us again, and bam, we are now alchemy level 3. Although we have lost a lot of gold, so we're going to have to try and buy that back off of her. But the good news is, all of the money we sank into actually training has gone into our inventory. So we just have to do the classical process again of hovering over our food, hitting E on her inventory, and then we begin to sell back all of her own potions to her. Balance, Todd Howard. Well, anyway, something we want to do is use the...
Oh, I didn't think I found the right thing. Let me just search Google for it. Ordinator Skyrim Special Edition mod. Perks of Skyrim. Oh, here we go. That is the first. All right, now let's take a look at it real quick. Perks of Skyrim. Let's take a look at the picture. Oh, look at that. Conjuration, dual casting, Rat King, Plain Mail, Ravenous Dead, Preservation, Undead Crown, Plague upon the Necromaster. Oh, look at that. Heavy Armor, Face of the Mountain. One-handed Mastery. That looks good. And then you said to check out the, where's old boy? Uploaded by, here we go. Mods. Animal Training, Integrated Standing Zones of Skyrim, Integrated Races of Skyrim, Spider Bros, Integrated Combat of Skyrim. Oh, this is cool. All right, well, here, let's do this. Let's take this, and we'll put it here. There we go. And we'll give it a shot. I got it, so I got it bookmarked. I will definitely give it a look.
The blacksmith's forge to create some items. So on my adventures around and about Skyrim, I've been able to locate quite a hefty supply of silver ingots, which is perfect. That's exactly what we want. So what you want to do is you want to jump on down here and basically start creating some nice jewelry using silver, because silver is a nice cheap resource to have. So you want to basically forge lots and lots of silver necklaces and silver rings. Now these are going to be our pimping equipment, so we want as many.
Now see, this is one of the things that I have definitely accounted for in my game design. Like, you're just clicking an object in the inventory, and then you're clicking the recipe, and then boom, you just make it. You know, just boom, it just pops up in your inventory. There should be gameplay, especially if you're making jewelry, where like you have to heat up the silver, and then you got to pour it in the mold, and you know, all that kind of stuff. So that should be the blacksmithing gameplay. The thing I realized, one of the reasons that I like Skyrim so much is because like I do all this shit in my imagination when I'm playing it. Like my brain like fills in the blank, and I got my immersion going on. But to have the gameplay would be even better. So you know, I mean, this is fine for a game that came out in 2011. But, you know, it's 2025 now, and we have a lot more programming and computing power. So the gameplay should be there.
Many of these as possible, because we're going to be using these bad boys to create some of the most broken.
Oh, I actually saw a little bit of the gameplay of Kingdom Come Deliverance's Alchemy, and I was very impressed. I was like, yes, that is what I'm talking about. You know, perfect example of innovating the gameplay. And yeah, one of these days I'll play Kingdom Come Deliverance too, to get all that to, you know, see how they implement it. I was very pleased to see that, but I was also like, man, it's you know, it took 14 years for somebody to come out with you know, the next step in that type of gameplay. You know what I mean? It's like I'm glad that a studio like the studio that makes Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is, you know, in fact innovating and increasing gameplay. So there's but sadly they're the exception that proves the rule. You know, we need more people doing that. More people, more studios raising the bar, and not just, you know, putting out generic clone of RPG game number 25.
An enchanted equipment the world has ever seen. So there we go. We've just.
I want to be hopeful for the Elder Scrolls 6, but I have no confidence. None. You know, I don't. Especially when I heard that they're going to be using the creation engine again too. You know, so it's you know, it's one of those things that I just I've been disappointed so many times with Bethesda since Skyrim came out. You know. And that's sad because I love the game so much, but I've probably spent more time modding Skyrim and fixing the things in it that I don't like than maybe playing it. Certainly more time than I've played some games. Like some games I only play for 2-3 hours. I spent 3 hours modding Skyrim the day before yesterday.
crafted a ton of jewelry. Very successful. Now we just kind of need to go and enchant it all. Right, and the next step, as soon as you start doing this is going to be it. This is going to be the start of the great adventure, and there's no going back once you begin, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, we need to begin by creating some brilliant alchemy items. Remember, we already have the necklace of minor alchemy. Now we just need to create ourselves a nice little ring. Let's go over to this arcane enchanter. We grab our silver ring, find an enchantment. Well, of course we want alchemy. This means created potions are 8% more powerful. Very nice. Now we just use the soul gem to do it. Now, after you buy all of the grand soul gems off of Farragnar's Secret Fire, you want to simply drop down another quick save, give him a bit of a bat, and then immediately load the quick save again. And every time you do this, his inventory should perfectly reset, and he'll have a brand new grand soul gem for you to buy. And this is the easiest way to get grand soul gems in the game, sadly. And then of course you just immediately sell everything and get all of your money back from Farragnarr. Lovely. So how many grand soul gems are we up to? We're now up to 5. Not bad at all. Right, next up, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to need to go get some ingredients. Some very specific ingredients, but luckily they're not actually that difficult to come by. So what you want to do is you want to gather ingredients for Fortify Restoration Potions and Fortify Enchanting Potions. Fortify Restoration Potions, not difficult at all. All you need is some salt piles, either small antlers, small pearls, cyrodiilic spade tails, or Acabean long fins. They're not difficult to come by, really cheap to buy off of literally anyone. And once again, once you buy all of the resources and you need some more, simply punch the merchant, reload, and wabam, you'll have all of them. And then for Fortify Enchanting, you're going to need blue butterfly wings, hagraven claws, snowberries, or spriggan sap. Any 2 of those 4 will work when making this potion. Right, so now that I've given myself all of the items necessary, we can begin enchanting. But before you do that, you want to make sure that you have the items you want to enchant. So for example, you're probably going to want a weapon and maybe a set of armor, which is going to be perfect for your various adventures into Skyrim. Now for our chosen weapon today, we have...
I think I skipped a mod here. I'm looking for Skyrim Smooth. Oh my god, I did skip it. Okay.
The fork. The fork is an incredible weapon in Skyrim, and when using enchantment correctly, you can grab your fork, pick an enchantment like say fire damage, and the fork will become the greatest weapon the world has ever seen. Personally, I think fire damage is a good laugh. But can you equip the fork? Of course you can. It is a one-handed weapon, so if you want to dual wield forks, you can. That's right, Farragnarr. Feast your eyes upon the fork, the greatest weapon. So we're going to use this alchemy lab and kick Farragnarr off of it. So to begin with, ladies and gentlemen, you simply want to put on whatever items you have that increase your alchemy abilities. Now for us at the moment, that is solely our necklace of minor alchemy, and other than that we're going to want to get another one. So we use the arcane enchanter, and we want to give ourselves a silver ring, whack on the alchemy enchanting ability, and pop in a grand soul gem and craft it. There we go. And also whilst we're here, make sure to level up and get some incredible enchanting abilities. So you want to make your alchemy skills as high as you possibly can. Make sure to give yourself physician and benefactor so that your enchantments are more powerful, and then you want to work your way across to enchanting, and then make sure to get level 1 enchanter and level 2 enchanter. Because we're going for a fire fork here, you might as well grab fire enchanter as well. Perfect. So now we can begin the process of enchanting. So make sure you've whacked on your silver ring of creative potions and more powerful. So there we go. Now all of our created potions are going to be 12% more powerful. Very nice. So you whack on that, and you want to make a Fortify Restoration Potion. How do you do that? Quite simple.
Hey, come on in.
I was going to ask you, what are your thoughts on that pull-up bar? How do you think we can get that last part in so then we can hang on that thing? It just seems like it's in limbo.
Yeah. I don't know. I can let me look at it. I'll have to look up some stuff on YouTube. The problem is there's that there are those the bolts that are used for mounting in the concrete. So it's got like that sleeve on it.
Yeah.
Right? And when you turn it around, you're supposed to like screw it in there, and as you turn that on, that sleeve is supposed to expand.
Mm.
But like the hole's too big.
Mm.
And I can't get the, like when you turn it around, you're just turning the whole thing around instead of it holding in one spot, turning and the sleeve expanding.
Do you think we should just take it down and move it and then drill the holes?
No, let me look up some stuff when I get to taking a break today.
Okay.
let me watch some YouTube videos and talk to the AI and figure something out. I'm not ready to give up just yet. I mean, there's 3 other anchor points in there that are fine, you know. So I don't really think we need to move it.
Yeah.
Let me just look at it and come up with a plan, and we can focus on that today as the thing that you want to get done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That'll be cool. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah. Anytime, man. And then we moved into my roommate has got this place. It's great, but it's definitely a fixer upper, and we're installing a pull-up bar. And I've never worked with concrete before, and everything in Puerto Rico is poured concrete, like everything. So I've been learning, and I was able to get the pull-up bar mounted, all except for one screw. And then it's just kind of been sitting there for like 2 months. So Rumi wants me to see if we can get that job done. So that's what we will focus on today after the stream. There's your behind the scenes right there, y'all.
We're going to use some small antlers and some salt piles, craft them together, wabam, fortify restoration discovered. And now that we've made one fortify restoration, you simply quit the alchemy table. You want to take off your necklace and rings, then you want to chug the fortify restoration potion, making restoration spells 39% stronger for 60 seconds, so you give that a chug, and then you check your apparel again, and suddenly crafted potions are now 16% more powerful, and 11% more powerful. Good, so you put both of those items on, use the alchemy lab once more, and make yet another fortify restoration. So you have the potion added to your inventory, you quit the crafting table, you once again take off your apparel, and then you want to chug the potion, which is now at 58%, so you chug...
I felt so smart when I figured this out myself years ago. I was making like rings and stuff that would and amulets that would like buff the crafting skill. And I just started and I broke the game. I made the most ridiculous items like Spiff is doing in here.
Chug that, and then your necklace is now up to 19% and the ring is at 12%. Now eventually you're going to reach a point where it simply doesn't increase anymore, and at this point, don't worry, do not panic. Simply make sure that you have the highest number you possibly can. Drink the restoration potion, which is 69%, so you give it a chug. I put on my necklace, I put on the rings, and now this is when you want to do your fortify enchanting potion. So you'd use the alchemy lab, and you want to get your ingredients, use the butterfly wings and the snowberries. And so you want to craft, wabam, fortify enchanting. You want to craft a few of these. Just 2 should do for us, as we're simply going to be making a necklace and a ring. So there we go. We have our fortify enchanting recipes, and we come over here, we use our items, and we simply chug this lovely bad boy here, fortify enchanting 11% stronger. Use the arcane enchant.
See, this is why I like this guide. Like somebody looked at the mud crabs and they were like, you know what? These mud crabs could be prettier, and this mod makes the mud crabs prettier. For pretty mud crabs.
Enchanter, and we want the item of the silver neck.
Oh, let me tell y'all the story of the first time I saw a land crab here in Puerto Rico. We were getting back from the grocery store. It was late. It was like 10:30, and the car was left running with the lights on, so we could kind of see a little bit better into the where we were unloading the groceries. And I looked over to the right, and my heart leaped into my throat for about 3 seconds while my brain processed what I was seeing, because I look over and like the light was hitting I saw the shadow first. I saw the shadow of the land crab first, and my brain went spider. And I was like, oh. And then I realized it was a crab. Holy shit.
Necklace, the enchantment of Fortify Alchemy, and the Grand Soul Gem. And now we craft this, and then we do the same for the rings. So there we go. And now once we've done that, we simply have to start over once again at the Alchemy Lab. Oh, goodness. So now we're effectively on season 2 of the loop, so you want to go back to your alchemy table once again, make a Fortify Restoration Potion. So bam, we create one, we quit the alchemy, but as you can see, it's already at 46%, which is much better than last time. We want to take off all of our alchemy bonuses, chug this Potion of Restoration, bam. Now that that's drunk, we want to put back on our Iron Gauntlets of Major Alchemy, which are now at 24%, our necklace, which is now at 16, and our ring, which is now also at 16. And then we want to use the alchemy lab again, and wabam, another Fortify Restoration. So we immediately quit, items, apparel, take it all off, drink that potion, now at 75%, put the items back on, now all at 19% and 29%, use that alchemy lab once more. Oh, this beautiful loop, I love this game. Thank you, Todd Howard, beautiful game, perfectly working as intended. So now our necklace and ring are up to 27%, the gauntlets are up to 41%, this is when we're starting to hit the snowball now, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this is going well. Now at 160% stronger alchemy spells. This can only get better, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, we've hit the cap, 33% and 51%. So we're going to have to now basically cash in and make our Fortify Enchanting Potion. So we create that, and actually we create a few of these because we're going to need them. So we go about 3 of those, and then you want to come over to this bad boy, the Arcane Enchanter, and you want to chug your first potion of enchanting, use the enchanter, and then we want to make a silver ring, give it the enchantment to Fortify Alchemy. Bam, it's now crafted potions are 33% more powerful. That seems good. Let's make that immediately. And we want the silver necklace. We want to give it the enchantment of alchemy and fill it with yet another grand soul gem. So we craft that as well. Very nice. And then once again, we start the loop again, but now season 3 where Fortify Restoration gives us 220%. Very nice. So you quit the alchemy, bam, you jump on out, you want to take off all of your items, which have technically lost their power-ups, you want to chug your potion, Fortify Restoration, and now you just have to work your way back up again. Simple, rinse and repeat. So now we're reaching the point where our iron gauntlets are now at 56% more powerful potions, and our necklaces and rings are offering 36%. So now our Fortify Restoration potions are up to 284%, which does make them very powerful. Our rings are now up to 42%, our gloves are up to 65% more powerful. Now potions are getting very wacky. 322% stronger Fortify Restoration potions. Yeah. Honestly, the more ingredients you have, the longer you can do this for, the more overpowered you're going to end up. The choice is yours on how much you want to break the game by. The higher your alchemy level and the more powerful your starting enchanting gear is, generally the faster the process will be, so you don't need to worry about gathering as many ingredients. But realistically, as we're now increasing about 100% potion strength per tick now, as soon as you hit the snowball, it just becomes too easy. So our next potion is going to be 600% stronger. Yep, this is Todd Howard at his finest. Now our Fortify Restoration, 870%. If you're enjoying it, ladies and gentlemen, hey, make sure to give it a like, because by God, filming these and getting these ready, they do take a long time. I was in lots of collusion with the YouTuber YMFHA, I do believe it is. He's a lovely YouTuber. He does a lot of these Skyrim videos, and he is an absolute god of Skyrim and has given me some of these fantastic cheesy exploits. I mean, look at this, 1,562%. Whoa, what a classical exploit this one is. Every time we craft one of these, we level up basically twice because just of how powerful it is. 900,000% stronger than previously. Okay, now we're reaching the point where we need to be careful because we can integer overflow the game. Oh, right. Use Alchemy Lab. Fortify Restoration. Bam and bam.
He can literally. Oh, he's breaking the math. He has officially broken the game. He broke the system. This is one of the reasons why I have what's called the noble system in my game. That's going to take 10 years to make. Because there comes that place in every RPG where you just have so many resources that money just seems like it doesn't really matter anymore, and the noble system is intended to like overtake that because you're funding like wars and countries and stuff like that. So it's a way to extend the gameplay and the economy system once you get to that point.
Whatever number that is, good. We'll take that. You know what? Yes. This seems fine. This seems fine. Oh, right. Chug potion, the completely broken one. This potion is worth over 1 million gold. And now, I don't know, potions are just god tier. So, use Alchemy Lab. Now, this is where we want to use Fortify Enchanting. So, let's make a few of these bad boys. This seems fine. Now we quit the alchemy. Okay. And we go over to the Arcane Enchanters table. Now we want to chug our potion. So, we go items, potions, Fortify Enchanting. Use the Arcane Enchanters table. We want to go item, fork, enchantment, fire damage, and the game's just crashed.
He broke it.
Oh, Todd couldn't handle it. Oh my goodness, he couldn't handle it. Right, I'll be back in a bit once I've got this to work again. Oh my goodness, that was brilliant. Right, so I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Time for another run at this lovely enchanting loop. This time I've given myself a few more bonuses. Instead of just our ring and our necklace and our gauntlets, we now also have a nice shiny crown to help us out. So once again, we're going to begin and do our fortify enchanting loop, and this is when the journey is going to start, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and so it begins with our first fortify restoration. Right, now we're hitting the lovely point where our potions are now at 84,000%, so we'll just craft one of these bad boys, and I think this is going to be the limit that I'm going to say we're going to hit, as I think going beyond this might be a bit of an issue. So we're going to chug this potion, and then we're going to start creating our fortify enchanting potions, so we can now craft 21,000% stronger potions and so on. So what we want to do is now make a new potion. We're going to make our fortify enchanting, so we need the blue butterfly wings and the snowberries, and there we go. For 30 seconds, items enchanted are 4,299% stronger. So we'll just make a couple of these bad boys, and by crafting one of these, our alchemy is increased from about 50 to 64. Anyway, we're just going to quit the alchemy, and now it's time to create a brand new thing in the arcane enchanter. And before we use the arcane enchanter, we want to make sure we chug our potion of fortify enchanting, the strongest one we have, which is this bad boy here. So now 4,600% stronger, and we want to choose the item we'd like to enchant. And I think for our first thing, we'd like to enchant a silver ring, go to enchantment, and fortify alchemy will be the best one. This means created potions are 6,700% more powerful, and this is going to last forever. With a grand soul gem, this becomes 5,000% more powerful. Good, so we craft this bad boy, enchant it, and now we need to start making some more. So we want a necklace, and then we need to chug our lovely potion of enchanting. Then we go into the arcane enchanter, we get our necklace, we choose the enchantment of alchemy, we use our soul gem, and now we have a 4,000 powerful necklace. Bam! Now we chug another potion, we use the arcane enchanter. This time we want the item of the fork, we want the enchantment of...
Okay, so good news. We are done. That was the biggest set of models and textures. And now the rest of them are a lot smaller than that. So we're plugging right along. We are making good progress.
Going to say, actually yes, we want one fork to do fire damage. It's going to do 5,000 fire damage. Brilliant. And then we want a soul gem on it, and perfect. Enchant the ultimate fork. Actually wait, no, we want a rename item. This is going to be Bernie fork. Bernie fork, more like Bernie Sanders. Perfect. Oh, lovely. Bernie Sanders the fork. However, I'm not quite done. I want to chug this potion here, use the arcane enchanter, and I want to get an item. We want to have this lovely leather set of armor, and I'd like the enchantment of health. And we use the grand soul gem, and this increases your health by 11,000 points. Nice, I'd like this bad boy. Wabam. So now we have the leather armor of literally God. So if we go into our inventory, we can see that because we've run out of our fortify restoration stacking, our lovely necklaces have gone back to normal. They only do 25% more powerful potions. Our ring only does 8% more powerful potions. However, this necklace here and this ring here, because we crafted them using the enchanting potion, which doesn't run out, instead of the fortify potion, it means that we now permanently have a way of crafting potions which are 10,000% more powerful. If I was able to put on a ring and create a cup of tea which was 10,000% more powerful, I could probably end the entire universe. So thank God that Todd Howard has restricted my powers to be only in Skyrim today. Also, we have the leather armor of increased health. So we put this bad boy on, and now if we go to our level up screen, we can see that our health is now at 12,000. Oh, this game is great. I absolutely love it. So we find ourselves in this lovely position of great power. What do we do? Well, logically, I'd like to make a potion. A very special potion. What potion are we making today, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to be creating a potion of unknown effect. To make this, you just need canis root and swamp fungal pods. Both can be purchased, and you can create a potion of paralysis. Now, because crafted potions are 10,000% more powerful, this poison of paralysis will last 4,300 seconds. Also, because I just crafted it, my alchemy is now leveled up to 95. So we've just made the most powerful potion of paralysis in the entire game. The potion is worth 400,000 gold. So now that we have one of our incredible forks, Bernie Sanders, as we can have two forks in our hands at the same time, we definitely want a second overpowered fork. So how are we going to make the second fork even more overpowered than the first? Well, what you want to do, chug your potion of enchanting, load up the arcane enchanter, and we're going to get our second fork and enchant it with absorb health. And now, as you can see, it's a fork with the ability to absorb, what the heck is that? Is that 32 million points of health? I do believe it might be. Very well. But we should probably rename this from fork to forgive me. Right, let's get some leather boots, give them the ability to sneak, and the game's crashed again. Nice! Don't worry, luckily I dropped down a save this time, because I know how to do that. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. After a quick successive run of about 17 crashes, I've finally made it back into the game. And things have gone a little bit awry. We have Bernie Sanders here, quite a good weapon, but actually, apparently, it could be better. It does 5,000 burn damage, which is incredible, enough to destroy anything in this game. However, it's not quite forgive me, which is so powerful, it's worth negative money. You know what, I think it's time for Riano Keeves to go on his adventure with his fantastic realistic diploma from realisticdiplomas.com, perfectly balanced and 100% not sponsoring this video. Riano Keeves is going to go to the College of Winterhold and proudly present the fact that he probably should be in the college. If anyone disagrees, well, then they can have a meeting with Bernie Sanders and forgive me. So, Mr. Carriage Man, take me to Winterhold. Ah, Winterhold. It is permanently freezing. What a lovely place to be. Look at that, a magic college of Winterhold where all of the smartest people go. You know, smart people, Riano Keeves, they go hand in hand. Actually, it's quite cold over here. I don't think Riano Keeves knew just how cold it was going to be. I mean, he's not even wearing shoes. Here we go, College of Winterhold. What a lovely place. Hello there, friend. This place is so useless. Everyone's just walking around with little pouches, arguing with each other. No one's actually, you know, being super intelligent and taking over the world. Everyone's just standing around. Like, they're not even flying around on the brooms. What's the point of having brooms around here if you're not flying around on them? Look at me go. Did you just get rid of my broom? Did you seriously just... She made me get rid of my broom. Oh, please, forgive me. Right, iron mace mixed with potion of paralysis. I'm sorry, but you did bring this upon yourself. So how long did... I mean, that guy over there just doesn't care. But how long does this last? And can you move the body? Oh my goodness, you can. You can. Right, this way. We're going this way. Oh, okay. So this character is going to be stuck like this for the next I think 29,000 seconds. How long was that? Oh goodness. How many minutes have I accidentally stuck them for, actually? So it lasts for 240,000 seconds, basically. Oh, sadly, this means the potion lasts for 4,000 minutes, and 4,000 minutes in hours is 66.66 hours. So this is 66 real-world hours, ladies and gentlemen, which is, probably more hours than anyone actually ever put into Fallout 76, and that's how long I accidentally stuck this poor little NPC for, and they will permanently be stuck in this position, and I've accidentally got them stuck at the bottom of the stairs. Right, you know what? You just stay there, you'll be fine. Oh, don't look at me like that. Come on, you're looking like you're judging me. Oh well. Alright, well, surprisingly, no one seems to mind when I paralyze people for 66 real-world hours. Oh, hello there. It's Frauder. Oh, I have an idea. I have a very good idea. So Frauder is giving us a lovely little tour of the ramparts, and this gives me a fantastic idea, because Frauder here is very near a very steep edge. Alright, so where is the nearest edge? Oh, there's one. Quite good. Okay, so Frauder, just walk up to this very risky bit of tiling here, and boop, and there you go, Frauder. You are now paralyzed. Right, so how do we get her over that edge? Misk, drop down the bucket, legendary
No
bucket
way.
of gravitational assistance, and goodbye, Frauder.
Just pushed her off with the bucket.
Oh, it just works. Oh, goodness. goodness, I absolutely love this game. It really is something special. But I'm afraid we can't really go on the adventures of Rihanna O'Keefe's forever. We're going to test out his weapons, but then sadly the video must come to an end. But if you're interested in seeing more Rihanna O'Keefe's, you want to see what he gets up to, heck, you might even want a full series on this guy and his misadventures with his overpowered weapons, then don't worry, we can give it a go. So if you really do want to see more of this, then give me a shout in the comment section and I'm sure we can give it a go. Anyway, which of these weapons does what again? Oh, so that one was a miss. Oh, I just realized I haven't actually charged either of them up. That is an issue. Where's the nearest soul charging station? Because for the moment we're just using forks against this Whiterun guard. Bugger. Right, I'll be right back as soon as I've charged up these weapons. Oh my goodness, hang on a second. Look at this combo attack we can do. This is insane. Yeah, so check out this attack. If you're ever in combat with someone, you just do the dual wield double stab fork attack. Look at this. I didn't know Todd Howard actually gave the forks their own combo move. That is amazing. Todd, suddenly this game, 11 out of 10. Best game. No one has ever made a better game than you. And even though we're not actually doing any damage because I forgot to actually charge up my weapons, we are able to have a good fun time because we are immortal now. Rihanna O'Keefe's, he can't be killed. He has no deaths. He's never going to have any deaths. But what he does have is some really good fork skills. Wait, hang on a second. Why the heck is the bucket floating? Todd. Oh, no, there's the bucket now. Okay, thank you, Todd. Just Skyrim. Being Skyrim. Doing Skyrim things. So apparently, for some reason, the fork does not allow you to recharge via natural means. However, there is a way around it, which I'm going to have to investigate. Basically, in the enchanting section, you can use Soul Siphon, and that means the death blows to creatures trap 5% of the victim's soul into recharging the weapon. Now, this means, theoretically, if we were to fight creatures with these weapons now, we're able to actually siphon their souls and charge up the weapons. So I'm not going to have to go out and kill a bear. And then finally, we can temporarily end part 1 of the adventures of Rihanna O'Keefe's. Now, please fork give me, cow, because, there's not many other creatures around here. Oh wait, there's a chicken. A chicken. Chickens work. Right, stab. I know I'm going to get a bounty, but it's worth it. Right, did I get a charge? Please tell me these weapons charged. Come on, there's a 5% chance to charge. Right, it's time to cow. Hang on a second. What the heck is happening there? Cow physics? What the heck are these cow physics? Go away, Archer Guard. I need to kill this cow. It's for science. There we go. I finally got the cow down. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. I did it. I finally did it. We charged the weapons. Oh, majestic. And for some reason we run kind of like Naruto would run. Rihanna O'Keefe's is one of the greatest running animations I've ever seen in Skyrim. Just look at this boy go. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to demonstrate why the common house fork is one of the most overpowered weapons in the game. So this guard here has caught me, but you know what, I'm nice, I'll pay off my bounty, and that's gonna throw me in jail in Whiterun. But they can't exactly hold me back, can they? So they decide to release me. Good guards. So allow me to demonstrate it. We have these lovely guards here, and then you hit them once, and then they melt, and then you hit them again, and they melt again. So you swing, burn, and they die instantly. Hello there, Whiterun guard. Please, trust me, this is a fork. It's the weakest weapon in game. Now prepare to be burnt. Oh, goodness, I love this game. Hello, beggar person. Sorry. Oh, Mr. Priesty boy. Hello. Bye, Mr. Priesty boy. Hello there, cow. You didn't
The Priesty boys.
see anything happening, did you? Good cow. Let's just keep this as a secret between you and I, okay? Between you and I. Hello, Whiterun Guard. What's up? You don't like me? Well, I'm sorry. I'm prepared to be evaporated. Oh, goodness, what a game. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. I love these forks, and they are the most overpowered weapon in the game. Just look at them go. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a like, as it does take a very long time for myself, my editor, to make these, and it certainly does mean the world, especially if, hey, maybe this one will actually hit the trending page. Because whilst our videos hit the trending page, we haven't quite been able to beat the number 30 mark, and for some reason, YouTube only shows trending videos between 30 and number 1, and that's the only way to truly beat Fortnite once and for all with a game that was released 10 years ago. If it took that Targaryen girl 1 dragon to burn all of King's Landing, then surely with 10 dragons, the feat should be rather easy. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Spiffing Brit, and today you join me once more in the wonderful game of Skyrim. But alas, no, I'm not breaking this game per se using video game exploits. Instead, I decided to load up a few magical mods. You see, whilst I was browsing the mod Nexus, which is quite possibly one of the most unique sites all of the internet has to offer, I stumbled upon a lovely mod which adds a randomizer to Skyrim. Now this randomizer can work in many magical ways to destroy the true Todd Howard Skyrim experience. I know, Todd, I know we haven't exactly had the best track record in the past, Todd Howard, but allow me to make it up to you by destroying your game once more. Now at the moment my channel is going through a crazy copyright issue, so who knows whether this video will be uploaded to my actual channel, my second channel, or maybe neither channel if both of them are deleted by our Lord and Saviour. Oh god, who is the leader of YouTube at the moment? I think it's Susan. I think Susan's our leader at the moment. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should do something to appease the YouTube gods. It's time we bring YouTube Susan into the mighty world of Skyrim, ladies and gentlemen. So let us start a new game. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're in Skyrim. Now, we need to create a absolutely perfect character, and for that, I want to create Susan. But not just any Susan. We need to create the Susan who is in charge of all of YouTube. Now, allow me to just bring up a few pictures of her. It's not every day of the week that you can tell people that your entire job is looking at pictures of Suzanne Vokichichiki, who is the CEO of YouTube. You know what? I think I can make her. You know what? This isn't going to be the Susan that we know. This is going to be some kind of like alternate timeline Susan, who has massive scars across her face from when she fought in the great YouTube wars of 2018. Oh god, these eyes. We just give Susan eyes into the void.
Yes, Susan requires your monetization, YouTuber. Please allow me to feast on it.
Yes, Susan, you may have all of my monetization. Please take it away and give it to your gods.
Yes, your monetization will be a great sacrifice to our overlords.
You know what? I think this is fine. It started out with Susan, and it's taken a turn to, like, I don't know, the kind of like conspiracy theory side of YouTube Susan maybe. Oh my goodness. Why is it every time I get my hands on a character creator, things just go horribly awry? Let's move on to the hair. Right, Susan, what have we got in store for you? You know what? I think this is just about it. I think we've actually almost completely and utterly nailed it. Sure, people might raise questions about the deaf eyes of Susan, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Let's finish and name our character. Now, I've got to be honest, I can't spell Susan's last name. It's completely impossible. Instead, we're just going to have Susan Smashmouth, the legendary fighter and warrior of the great YouTube wars. So, here we have it, Susan Smashmouth. Oh, her eyes. They can see right...
Give me just a sec. You run Xedit using Mod Organizer. Okay, when the module section window appears, all plugins should be selected by default. So these are all plugins. Those are all selected. Okay. Click OK again without selecting any mod groups. Okay. Type or paste this into the form ID filter. Paste. Okay, I guess it's loading everything up. All right, here is the none. Okay, that's what it was saying. Click OK without selecting any mod groups. Perfect. Okay, so now we've clicked for the form ID. Scroll down to packages aligned. I'm assuming they mean over here. Items, packages. Okay. In the face gen for kids. Face gen for kids, right click and click remove in the context menu. In the face gen for kids column. Alright, so here we click here for the form ID. Okay, well that does that. Okay, in the face gen for kid, scroll down to packages aligned. So it must be here. Packages.
All plugins should be cleaned. Run Xedit. We did that. All plug. Yeah. We did that. We did that. Scroll down to packages aligned. Oh my gosh. Okay, unofficial Skyrim Special Edition patch. Why is this not looking the way? What are we doing wrong? Oh, here we go. Non-player character. Let's go beyond this. There we go. Okay. I don't see it. Let's check something real quick. Simple children. Win files. Okay, we downloaded it. Upload date. Okay, so it's not like there's been a new file. Simple children. Merge the update file. Let's do that first. Duh. All right, let's try that again. Close that. We're going over here. Simple children. We're going to copy this. We're going to drag this over here. And then we paste the same name. And when we hit... oh, there we go. Yeah. All right. And then... merge the update file, selecting the textures of choice. Okay, so we have a choice. So base textures, clean. Okay, well, it's just all the children. I don't really care. Merge. Okay, now that we did that, let's run Xedit again. Okay, let's hit OK. Hit OK, and then we gotta wait for it to load. Okay, so this is what we're doing now. The mod plugin should be cleaned. Okay, run Xedit using mod organizer. We just did that. We're gonna click OK here because that's what it says to do. Click OK without selecting any mod. We did that. All right, now type or paste into the form ID filter. And scroll down to packages aligned. Let's try this again. That's what we're looking for. Okay. This is better. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Scroll down to packages aligned. In the FaceGen for Kids column. Let's move this over here. In the FaceGen for Kids column. Here we go. FaceGen for Kids column. Right click on reference 30808. 30808. Is that it? Yes, it says rocks pile next to that. Rocks pile. Okay, so it matches the screenshot because there it is right there. Okay, and remove, and right click and remove. Okay. Done. Close Xedit, saving the edited plugin when prompted. So we close. Okay. Perfect.
right into your souls. They know whether you've liked the video or not.
Why haven't you liked the video? You're decreasing my monetization. Coca-Cola won't want to give me money unless you like the video, you see.
Yes, Susan, I'm sure they'll like the video.
Good. Yes. I won't bring back Scare PewDiePie if you don't.
Right, of course we're playing with the alternative starts mod, so who knows where we're actually going to start. And honestly, I think we should go for my favourite one, which is we're just going to hit surprise me, because we generally have no idea where we're going to end up. We could be, I don't know, a warrior in the army. We could just have the default vanilla start. But what is important is that in this magical room, there's a little button here. The randomizer. Oh, this looks interesting. Before we hit it, I am going to have to save because this thing destroys the game. So allow us to activate the randomizer. So, you're attempting to randomize. This may take several minutes. Please back up your saves before this, as it may make the game unstable. Oh, trust me, ladies and gentlemen, this will make the game unstable. So, we need to choose our randomization style, and my personal favorite is the recommended add loot. Now I just need to stand around and wait 5 minutes for everything to be suitably randomized.
A few moments later.
Susan, I know you don't like waiting.
Why can't they just randomize it immediately?
I know, Susan, but sometimes you have to wait for a game to be broken, okay? Patience, Susan. Patience.
3 weeks later.
I think we should personally remove the wait time when a channel gets copyright strike. We should delete it immediately.
Okay, Susan, there's no need to go that far.
Eventually.
Ah, perfection! The randomization is complete, ladies and gentlemen. Now we need to choose the enemy randomization style. So, we have add randomized enemies, or add randomized enemies and guards. Brackets may make all guards hostile. Well, it's experimental and you please use it at your own risk. Well, ladies and gentlemen, do you think the Spiffing Brit would go for just randomizing enemies or just randomizing just about everything? Well, it's a bit of a no-brainer if I'm honest. Although some say it can make the game a little bit too challenging. Ah, perfection. Randomization is complete, but now we need to randomize the enhancements and effects of weapons. So, you see, randomizing the enchantment effects makes sense. Wabberjacking is something I tried, okay? In my trial run, the Wabberjack means that every single weapon you pick up converts into a Wabberjack equivalent, and upon using literally anything, like say, hitting someone with a wooden spoon, a random effect might happen. For example, a nuclear bomb might suddenly spawn at your feet, or you might suddenly heal 25 million health points. Now, this is great right up until you realize that you're effectively rolling a D420 dice every time you pick something up, and I've got to be honest, about 75% of the effects are probably just going to kill you immediately. So for that reason, we're going for just the randomized enchantment effects. Otherwise, trust me, we will all die. And lovely, the randomization is complete. Now we have our final randomization setting. Do we enable chaos mode? Now, okay, this is going to make the world very funky. Chaos mode will absolutely break the game, so I've got to be honest, there's only one option, okay? When we spawn into the world, things are going to get randomized. Objects, weather, just physically all terrain features will be randomized on size, shape, what they actually are. Who knows what world we might create. Anyway, let's sleep. Where have we ended up? Ah, here we are. Apparently we've started another life. Oh, don't mind the chest. It's doing its own thing, and we're ready to begin our new life. Oh, wait, no, the chest has just shrunk back down again. That's down there. Okay. Am I hidden? Wait, who's this? Eric the Slayer. Eric the Slayer is my friend. Susan, you have a friend. Oh, someone can love those deep, dark void eyes. Oh, this is fantastic. Eric the Slayer, you magnificent sausage. I'm so glad to have you. Anyway, there's a barman over there. If I just crouch down over here, can't see me. Let's check this chest. Oh.
Hey, Noob Fever, welcome to the stream. We're plugging right along. We made tons and tons of progress. We got the big one, the big what was it, the models and textures, which with the models and textures section was 144, but more than 144 mods, because I got A, B, and C here. So we got through that. We already got through sounds. We're almost through character appearance, and we're just plugging right along. So we're watching Spiffing Brit to remind us of why I'm spending all of this time modding Skyrim to fix it, to fix all the bugs and stuff like that. And
yeah, we're making a lot of progress. Hopefully, we'll be able to load up the game in a little bit. We'll see. I'm working hard.
Oh, this is quite nice. Immediately in the chest we find the Amulet of Articulation, which means persuade checks in dialogue will almost always succeed and speechcraft is 20% better. Nice, I like that. Oh, it turns out we already have 3 of them in my inventory. Lovely. Ah, and we also have the Bone Mold Armor of Health, which will increase my health by 53 hit points. You know what? I'll take that over the iron armor. That looks moderately overpowered. And weapons, we have a standard iron sword and the Skyrim Battle Axe of Winter. Nice. Oh, Susan is ready to party. Alright, so whereabouts in the world is Susan even located? Do believe we are at the Frost Fruit Inn. Okay, where's that on the world map? The middle of nowhere. Well, isn't this just lovely? And we have absolutely no markers on the map because guess what? Susan, she hasn't really been out into the world per se. Well, you know what? I think it's kind of magical. Now let's see if we can steal anything from all of these lovely people. Oh my goodness. The barman has some interesting items, a mage hood, a bone mold armor of health, and a leather armor of major illusion, which is so impressive. Illusion spells cost a total of 0% less. Oh, that's just terrible. Oh, I love it. Now, I do believe the way this mod works is if you were to spawn a character in and they would say have a iron sword, there's a percentage chance the iron sword may be replaced with instead a random item like the Skyrim Battle Axe of Winter. You know, I think we've seen enough of this beautiful place. It's fantastic. It's got big chairs. It's got small chairs. Wait, can we sit in the big chair? It's Big Susan's big chair for big people. Eric, I'm afraid you're going to have to sit. Okay, right. Susan, are you okay? Susan, this isn't how we sit in chairs in the UK, okay, Susan? Okay, that's fine. Wait, there's a person over here. Oh, and he is also a tiny human. He is actually absolutely tiny. Where are you going, tiny moonwalking man? You know, that's fine. We're out of here. Wait, can we even leave? Wait, no. Please, let us leave. Where's the exit? Susan needs to leave. Oh, God. This is the issue with Chaos World. The door's somewhere. Ah, here's the door. It's in the floor, right here. There we go. We can finally escape. Oh, God, I love the Chaos World. Who knows how we're going to be able to find our way around here, but we can attempt it. Lovely. We've made it into the world. Oh, but no, a battle's starting. Why is that child massive? Oh, God, that child is huge. What's happening over here? Oh, it's a Whiterun guard. Oh, the guards are hostile. Oh, God. And apparently Eric, my companion, has become really big and is killing this Whiterun guard. Oh, God, I've just been vomited on by someone. Oh, it's you. Right, get frosted, man. Oh, God, he is really vomiting. Oh, but the frost did kill him. Wow, that's some effective frost. Well, that's almost as good as mine. I'll take that. There we go. We've managed to defeat the Whiterun guards. Well done, Eric the Slayer. Or as I should now refer to him, Eric the Titan Man. Also, I don't really like how Susan is effectively the smallest person of the world. Or the fact that the cows have become ethereal and you can kind of see through them. Oh, God, but this is an elven helmet of major alteration. I like that. What is this? A What is it? Skyrim Battle Axe of Thunderbolts. Target takes 74 points of shock damage and half as much magic damage. Okay, I'm on board with that one. Yeah, I think I'll go for the Axe of Thunderbolts if I'm honest. This thing looks fantastic. Why are the children so different sizes? Okay, that's fine. And the fireplace is... it's sideways. Okay, that's fine. You know what? The world is our oyster. As the legendary Susan, we can do as we please and destroy as we please as well. And so for that reason, I want to head off in that direction because not only is there a strange robed man over there, they're casting a lot of magic. Jesus Christ, was that a fireball? Oh, of course, it's just a dragon priest. Yes, you run into these all the time in Skyrim. I feel like we need to do something to actually defeat this absolute monster. Right, swing, and that's a miss, Susan. I'm noticing that was quite a big miss there. Hit them, Susan. Hit them with the lightning, Susan. Oh, God, my health is really depreciating. Oh, but luckily we're joined in the fight by a Dawn Guard. Hello, Dawn Guard. Hey, the Dragon Priest is dead. What did he have? Some abandoned prison key and a spell tome of heal others. That seems pretty useless if I'm honest. Apparently there's an enemy nearby. What are you? Oh, you're just a Falmore soldier. Hello, Falmore soldier. Go away, Falmore soldier. Alright, there you go, yeah. This weapon has quite a delayed reaction. You hit them and then about 5 seconds later they just have an electric seizure taser attack. Oh, God, something's happening over here. We need to know what it is. I think there's a fair bit of fighting happening. Have we got any loot for me? Yes, a single chest. What have you got? What the hell is that thing? An amethyst paragon. Bam, you're mine. Diamond paragon. 2,000 okay, you're mine. Good lord. Tell you what does look important though. That strange looking tower thing over there. So come on, Eric. Whereabouts are you? Come on, big Eric. We need to come take out this thing. Susan needs you. Oh yeah, we've got a bandit outlaw here. And what are you? Are you a... Oh, you're just a red god. Oh my god, you're full of diamonds. Oh, it's so nice. Thank you so much. Oh, I think I accidentally hit Eric as well with my death axe. Oh, Eric, please don't die from the frost damage, Eric. Oh god, Eric. Oh, this weapon is too overpowered. If you land a hit on something, it just slowly withers away to death. Eric, I wish you could have been more valuable. Oh, alright. Susan needs a new friend. What the heck are you? What are you? Right, let's kill that thing. Oh god, Susan, you absolute warrior. That was incredible. They had a spell tome of candlelight and a glass sword of despair, which causes creatures and people up to level 96 to flee for 88 seconds. What? 88 seconds? You can literally hit someone with this and they'll just never come back. And we have a Daedric Warhammer of Nullifying. Oh, I want that as well. Oh, these weapons, they're perfectly balanced. I love it. Oh, but I really don't want to see this sword in action. Wait, what are you? You're just a random Breton. Can we sneak attack him? Come on, Breton, forget about me. And flee! Yes, tell me I never should have come here. And now run away from combat and I'll see you again in 88 seconds time. Ah, this game. Oh my... What? 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 What is going?
What is that?
Okay,
oh, heads are attacking him.
Wolf, Todd. I don't think this is how it's meant to go, Todd. Oh God, what happened to the one wolf that I killed? Where's his body? Todd, I can't really see your wolves very well. There we go. Right, let's search the wolf. The wolf has enhanced crossbow schematics on them and a waystone focus. Classic wolf loot right there. Excuse me, wolf. Can you behave? Can you behave? Very obvious. Definitely 100% a wolf. All right, there we go. Oh my God, I stabbed the wolf right through its human head. Rest in peace, wolf. Well, that's one of the more stranger encounters I've ever had in Skyrim. I love how just kind of in the distance over there you can just see two random people fighting, because that's what I've managed to turn Skyrim into. Just literally you're wandering around the countryside and you're just surrounded by loads of random encounters with brand new unique experiences. Honestly, this game, I think I prefer it to Fallout 76. Yeah. The moonwalking Dragers, what are they doing? I like how you just kind of like slide into combat. Oh wait, you're moving a little bit now. No, don't move your limbs. I preferred you when you stopped doing that. Apparently you resisted the fear. Cease resisting. Also, you don't have a weapon, so killing you actually wasn't too difficult. What do we got going on over here? Oh god, this one definitely knows magic. Good lord, that's a lot of magic. Okay, heal up. Oh, I see, it's a Night Master Vampire. How could I forget? It resisted the fear? Oh god, Susan, no! Oh, Susan's dead. Oh, bugger. Right, instead I'll just switch to the Mega Warhammer of Death. That seems like the better choice. Right, feel like we need to find a road and make our way to a city. Yes, that's probably where Susan can make friends. Come on, Susan, away. We need to find a way of making new friends and replacing Eric, because let's be honest, he just wasn't really strong enough for us. We found a nice little village which should hopefully have a road. Okay, we've discovered a farm. Hello. The courier's got a letter and a lot of gold. What have we got? Yes, come on, courier. What are we being given? Letter of inheritance. Oh, Jarl Balgruuf is telling me I was devastating that Eric the Slayer is dead. Oh, and Eric decided to leave me 300 gold, despite the fact that I hit him with my axe of effectively slow but guaranteed death. Oh, what a shame. Poor Eric. Thank you for your 300 gold, though. What the heck is going on here? Bandit highwaymen and Forsworn fighting each other. Just hit one with a frosty boy. Oh god, I'm out of food. I'm out of food. I'm out of food. Susan, don't die again, Susan. Don't you dare die, Susan. Oh god, we need to switch to a different weapon, a more effective weapon. Right, we're going to have to use the nullifying massive death axe. Come on. Oh, I got that one. Not that one. Briarhalf, don't kill me, Briarhalf. Go on, Briarhalf. Don't. No. Okay, right, we're running. We're just gonna run. I've done my job here. Oh god, don't die. Oh god, he's very much dead. Oh, Susan. Oh, Susan. Right, you know, we really do need to get to a city where it's safe and we won't just get randomly ambushed by very overpowered people. Right, after much riding and copyright striking of illegal Shrek 2 uploads, Susan has finally arrived in the mighty city of Markarth. We're outside the front gates and who knows what awaits us inside. Susan, hopefully we'll find new friends for you. Let us go and say hello to our brand new friends. Oh my goodness. Okay. At first glances, it's not exactly completely friendly, and has the game just crashed? What was that? Todd, the game's not working. Oh, and it's gone. Ah, Skyrim, ladies and gentlemen. I would normally take this time to blame it on Todd Howard and poor game design, but honestly, I don't know if that one's on me or him. Right, Susan's back, and this time, because we've reloaded the game, all of the randomized effects have been altered once more. For example, our Daedric Warhammer of Nullifying, which previously was quite possibly the most overpowered weapon I've ever seen, has been nerfed to the point where its bonus damage has been put down to 0. However, the Stalrim Battle Axe of Winter is still ridiculously overpowered, and so we'll be using it. Oh, and also the completely OP Sword of Despair has nerfed itself. Instead of creatures up to level 96 fleeing for 88 seconds, it's really just level 17. Oh, it's terrible. But nonetheless, Susan's not gonna let any of that stop her. She's going to bring justice to these lands. Come on, Susan, into Markov. Perhaps now they'll be our friends. Oh, yes, here we go. Town's not looking too friendly. Hello, Markov City Guard. What on earth is that weapon you're using? Okay, I'm going to have to kill you, I'm afraid. Luckily, my Frost Axe still works very effectively. There we go, and they're dead. What have you got, Markov City Guard? Oh my god, Daedric armor. Oh, yes, come to me, please. And Test Jeff L. Tankard. Oh, perfect. Oh no, a tiny man died. Augment, I'll take your key to your house. What the heck is going on here? And why is there a Falmar as a city guard? Right, you need to be killed. Oh god, someone just vomited on me. Oh god, it's one of these horrific vomit men. Oh no, I might die. I might die. Food, eat the potatoes. Oh god, I don't know if it'll be enough. We're gonna need all the magic we can gather. It's healing time. Yes, mega heals. Lovely. Right, now just kill these city guards who have the ability to summon infinite frost bolts. Come on, Axe of Winter. Jesus Christ, what is that? No, not a frost antron. No, that seems relatively immune to my frost overpoweredness. Oh, bugger. Right, I'm out of here. You can die, though. You know what? I think I'm just going to go into the inn. You guys seem to be relatively busy out here. Don't mind me, I'll be back in a second. I think I just need about 1,000 more potions before I ever step outside again. Oh, look, it's so much nicer in here. So relaxing. It's only got giant bold men who you can kind of see through and... Okay, you know, I should just stop expecting reality at this point. Oh, God, what was I just hit by? Oh, of course, it's the city guards. Hello, city guards. Please, just go away. Good God. Alright, I'm going to need more magic. Hopefully everyone else in here is going to fight with me and not just try and kill me. Oh no, Yingvar does appear to want to kill me. Please, friend, we could be really nice about this. There we go, he's going to let me live. Oh, luckily everyone else in here kind of dealt with it for me. I didn't really need to do anything. Right, let's see if we can buy some potions. Also, Clipper, what is up with your head? You keep looking just straight up into the sky. Right, the inn proved seemingly useless as they don't exactly sell potions, but I did manage to get a small amount of food, so my healing options aren't technically non-existent. Oh god, what was that sword you just hit me with? What the hell did that character just have? That was one hit and all of my life was drained out of me. Oh my god, I need that. Time to just run around the entire city with my healing. Oh no, they killed someone. It's Waylin. Oh, they had the Nordic armor of major destruction. Oh, that would have been useful, wouldn't it? Oh god, wow, all the guards are just following me. And I think probably our best shot here is the Nordic Greatsword of Dread, and we just pray that we convince everyone to flee. Right, flee, flee, flee. Just everyone flee or die. There we go, they're fleeing for 28 seconds. Oh, that'll do. But I will take that Orcish Greatsword of Consuming, which restores 21 health. Now that one is pretty good. Oh yes, come on. Susan's on her way and she needs to say hi to you. Go on, give me your life force. Susan needs it to run the algorithm. Don't you vomit on me. I will drain your life skills. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Every hit that I get is just more life force drained from you. You're hitting me. Life force, please. I need the energy. Thank you. Oh, wow. There's just a pile of dead guards here now. It's becoming quite the mess. Oh, no. The guards, they killed a tiny man here. Oh, devastating news. Hello, Muri. Go away. Oh, God. Now they're shooting magic. Wait, are you shooting magic at me or are you friendly? Oh, no. You were shooting it at me. Okay, we're only activating this so that you can actually escape, Susan. Away we go. Normally I wouldn't have Susan activate her admin perks, but Susan, I'm afraid we're going to have to do it now. The city has proven most unwelcoming to you. Alright, come on, we're out of here. Farewell, Markov, it was an absolute pleasure. I will never return. Oh god, we've stepped outside and what is this weather? And what are you, tiny man? It's Vigilant Tyrannus. Right, you're dead. What on earth what is this? Okay, it's an empty horse, that's fine. Oh god, right, we're out of here. Oh, there's Wagon Man. Wagon Man, take us out of here. Wagon Man's just grown and so is his horse. In fact, his wagon's changing. No, don't tell me about Markov, take me away from here. Let me get away. You know what? This mountain range over here looks rather interesting. Surely there's going to be something spicy for Susan at the top. Yes, come on, Susan. We're on our adventure. People like adventures, you see. Adventures can sometimes even make it into the trending tabs. I wonder if I put this as a vlog, Susan. Would that make you more happy? That castle over there looks rather interesting. Whiterun over there
I love the YouTube meta humor.
would also be rather interesting to visit. Perhaps we can go teach the wonderful people of Whiterun about the joys of smash liking and subscribing, and of course drinking tea. Oh god, I love randomized Skyrim. What on earth was that? Is that someone's body? I feel like there's a dead body over here somewhere. Come on, that couldn't have just been a graphical glitch, Todd. What on earth was that? I saw you literally hurl a corpse this direction. What on earth is happening here? We have some lovely guards escorting a prisoner. These guards have some interesting weapons on them. Okay, I kind of want to know what these weapons are, so I'm going to free this prisoner. Yep, give me the weapons. Whatever you got. Come on, that one looks interesting. Oh god, right, so you have a big hammer too, but my big hammer's better. You have a hammer too, Stormcloak Soldier, so I'd like that one as well. That one looks quite impressive. So there we go, we just got some free hammers now. I thank you for all of your weapons. I won't be returning them. Right, time to go say hi to the people in this castle. I'm sure are lovely and friendly towards me. Hello, it's me, Susan. I'm your friend. You can tell by the way that I've just slaughtered 4 people outside of your castle. They've appeared as red dots, and that means Todd Howard is telling me that they are very, very naughty. Fort Greymore. Okay, I'm interested. Don't mind me, just gonna smash my way through these little wooden posts. Don't mind Susan, she's just not a big fan of all of these posts, okay? Just let them go. Why are you just standing up there and looking at me? Right, time to enter and actually say hello to these people. Oh god, there's a vampire. Oh my god, Susan! Jesus Christ! Oh god, I can't really blame you for that one, Susan. He did just one hit you and you just evaporated. My god. Right, Susan, to Whiterun we must go. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, Susan Smashmouth has returned, but now outside the gates of Winterfell. Susan is on her final leg of her journey. She has travelled many, many miles with her trusty hammer on her back, smashing both the like and the subscribe simultaneously into people's foreheads. Her success is legendary, to the point where YouTube subscriber numbers have never been higher. She is quite possibly the greatest CEO YouTube has ever known. And here we find her, outside Winterfell, ready for the final leg of her journey. So, Susan Smashmouth, CEO of YouTube, let us say hi to the locals. Hello there, carriage driver. Have you ever heard of PewDiePie? You wouldn't like him. He's not very family friendly, but alternatively, you have a ton of toy unboxing channels that you'd love to subscribe to. Just want me to ride in a carriage. But I mean, what about YouTube Red? Wouldn't you like to try YouTube Red? Come on, YouTube Red. No? Why do you only stare at me? No, Bjorlum. You must submit. You must submit, Bjorlum. Submit to the like and the subscribe. Ah, Bjorlum. Finally subscribed. Finally you may rest easy knowing that I've handled your subscription feed. Don't ask questions as to where your previous creators who you like to watch have gone. Know only that I've selected what is right for you. And now, on to you. Smash like! Smash like! Subscribe! Why won't you do it, horsey? Why won't you? Well, apparently this horse is completely and utterly
This does deserve 1.8 million views. This is great.
invincible.
Let's look at the comments real quick. We got, Rip Susan, thank you for shaping so many years of YouTube innovation. The sarcasm. It's just dripping with sarcasm, and I love every minute of it. That's so good.
Like Susan, who is now finally activated her final form. Incredible speed, unlimited strength, and the power of YouTube Red. Hello there, stable man. I'm afraid you no longer need to live. Oh, hello there, Jovar. I was just having a conversation with your father over there. Don't go and check on him. He's quite fine. He's now a member of the YouTube Red program. But you, my friend, have you ever heard of YouTube Heroes? You look like the fine, outstanding man who... Why do you step away from me, Javar? Javar, you do not walk away from Susan when she's talking to you. I'm afraid you can't be a YouTube hero with an attitude like that. Come on, I need to make heroes out of the lot of you. What is that? You shouldn't have such a power. That's for YouTube admins only. Give me your staff of destruction. Prepare to be smited, Whiterun Guard. Give me your staff of Stormwall. Susan, it is time we destroy this realm. Susan, fire! Oh goodness, you missed. Susan, come on, you shouldn't miss. If you do this, you might accidentally, delete a perfectly normal channel. Oh goodness, yes. We must make sure never to miss. Hello there. I'm sorry, but it's time for you to die, Mr. Whiterun Guard. Oh, you can do nothing to defeat the mighty Susan. Her powers know no bounds. Oh,
Whoa.
mere mortals. You try and defeat a god like Susan. Ah, my bounty has been removed, so they won't even see me coming when I enter through the doors. Perfect. Don't mind me, I'm just going to grab one of the Elder Scrolls and using its power. Know what? I think it's time we King's Landing Whiterun. Yes, with the power
King's
of the
Landing, right
Scrolls,
one.
It's time we summon fiery death upon the people of Whiterun for not submitting. Oh,
Gameplay
goodness.
Dash General.
What on earth is wrong with Whiterun? Good lord, this place is definitely in need of a good scorching. Now, when everyone's super duper hostile, well, what a shame. Looks like I need to summon something to help me. Susan, bring forth the YouTube admins. There we go, Susan. That roar is the mighty roar of YouTube. Oh my good lord. Okay, Susan. Todd's not happy with the way you've kind of hijacked his game. Good lord, Susan, what have you done? I'm now currently just kind of hearing dragon ASMR. If it took that Targaryen girl, one dragon to burn all of King's Landing, then surely with 10 dragons, the feat should be rather easy.
That's a lot of
Hello,
dragons.
Whiterun Guards. Did I hear you haven't liked and subscribed to my latest favorite creator on the rise? For that, all of you deserve to be burnt in a fiery hellstorm. Hang on a second, has that man been turned into a leg of ham? Oh my goodness. Well, I guess this is what happens when you don't smash like. Hello, Anna Rafe. You look a little bit different than how I remember. And for that, I'm afraid you must die. Or rather, the dragons will make it sure of that. Yes, you know, I feel like this is how Susan would want the world to be. It's quite nice. Relatively tropical, in fact. Nice and toasty for some. Hang on a second, what are you doing? Don't make me kill you. I have the high ground. Look, I'm on a stair. Oh, and it appears you've been eviscerated by
high
a
ground.
dragon. Oh, hello, how are you doing? Alright, Susan away. It's time we speak with the Jarl. We'd probably like to know about all of the dragons that are currently being, you know, spawned everywhere. Oh my God, I thought you just got evaporated in front of my eyes. Good lord. Alright, come on, let's go see to the Jarl. Don't worry about the dragon situation. I'm sure it'll sort itself out eventually. Right, hello Jarl. I'm just doing a quick checkup on you, see the Jarl, because I've heard that there's a chance that he hasn't subscribed to my favorite creator, Will Smith. Hello. Oh, goodness. Are you pulling a sword? You're pulling a sword on the mighty Susan? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid I can't let this stand. It's time to unleash our greatest powers. It is time we incinerate the world in nice YouTube red, family-friendly YouTube Kids app, yes. Unleash all of your powers, Susan. Let no one remain in this world. In fact, summon more dragons. Yes. Allow them to assist wherever they've teleported off to into the world. Oh, there's one. Okay.
There's a
they're around
dragon
somewhere.
inside.
You know what?
Oh, wow. It's like glitched out because the dragons aren't supposed to be in interiors, and he's just like flying through the wall mesh because there's no collision detection programmed for the dragons and interiors. So there shouldn't be one here.
There's one. Okay.
It's just
they're
going
around
in and
somewhere.
out.
Good lord. You know what? It seems fitting that I should end.
That's a bit. That
So
was a little too random for me. It was an entertaining video, but it's a little too chaotic, a little too random. I don't think I would have fun with that mod. I enjoyed watching Spiff and Britt do it, but I don't think I'd dig something like that.
This bad boy on, and now if we go to our level up screen, we can see that our health is now at 12,000. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Spiffing Brit, and today you join me in Skyrim. That's right, our long-awaited expedition into Skyrim to break the game has finally started. And to think it's only taken us just half a year to finally do an exploit video on the most broken game in existence. Thank you, Todd Howard, our Lord
Thank you, Todd Howard.
Savior, for making it in such a way. Now, Skyrim is such a unique, it's such a beautiful and such a majestic role-playing game, which I'm pretty much certain every single person in the universe has played. And so here we are today, ladies and gentlemen, to show you one of my favorite exploits, as well as many others, because let's be honest, it's Skyrim. It's physically impossible to play the game without showing off exploits. The game literally just throws exploits at you, and you have to go, please, no, Todd, stop. Why didn't you bug fix this years ago? So today, here we are in the fantastic game where I'll be demonstrating to you, ladies and gentlemen at home, the most overpowered weapon in the game, the common household utensil of the fork. So without further ado, let's start a new game.
Wait, did we just
Here
watch
are.
this?
We're in the character customization. I have the alternative life start mod installed, mostly so that I don't have to sit through that whole...
We already watched that.
What if there were suddenly 5 ebony warriors? Right, go Rihanna Keeves, go! Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Spiffing Brit, and welcome back to the Skyrim Special Edition. And this edition of Skyrim, oh my, it's very special. Look at this lovely handsome boy we have in front of us. This is the legendary Rihanna Keeves. Look at him. Is he not beautiful? So handsome. So much nose and so much lip. But other than being the most handsome man in the world, Rihanna Keeves here is also the most powerful. Because you see, Rihanna Keeves was gifted the powers of not only Todd Howard, but also Hot Toward, his long-lost cousin. And the two of them combined together using the essence of Seymour Clavage to create
Seymour Clavage.
Rihanna Keeves. Now, Rihanna Keeves, although some would say he's struggling to live up to the success of his cousin, Keanu Reeves, I would prefer to say that Rihanna Keeves is actually bloody smashing it right now, considering our first episodic documentary into the life of Rihanna Keeves has gained 1 million views. And also, this absorbent amount of thumbs up. I have never even seen such a high number. And consequently, the channel itself also managed to reach the 500,000 mark. Both myself, Rihanna Keeves, and my editor are absolutely over the moon. And to each and every one of you, I raise a cup of tea. A glorious cup of Yorkshire tea nonetheless. Absolutely perfect. Yorkshire tea is in no way associated with the Spiffing Brit, however it is also the greatest tea in the entirety of the universe. 7,000 out of 10 people interviewed on the qualities and tastes of Yorkshire tea said they would recommend it to a friend. But enough with the wonderful sponsorship that 100% is not a sponsorship. I think it's time we dive into the video and make Rihanna Keeves all the more powerful. I mean, come on, we want to see his life adventures. Hang on a second. I realize we still need to give Rihanna Keeves some shorts. And shoes. Oh, he just needs a lot of everything. But nonetheless, Rihanna Keeves, there's one thing he probably should do. You see, he needs to make a potion. He wants to make a very powerful weapon. You see, last time, we made a exceedingly powerful fork. We have Bernie Sanders and Forgive Me. Forgive Me, of course, being a weapon so powerful, I can't even put a soul stone into it. Because Todd Howard decided if you enchant a weapon and you make it too powerful, there's no way you should be able to add more soul stones. Bernie Sanders is kind of similar, however, using a few console commands, you can actually add in soul stones. However, we're likely going to have to reforge Forgive Me because, by goodness, yeah, that's just too much apparently. Negative 2.1 billion in value. Apparently that can destroy the game. But nonetheless, here we are in this fantastic game with 2 brand new wooden swords. As today, I intend to show you, the lovely ladies and gentlemen at home, the power of wooden swords. Just look at how powerful they are. So yes, we need to find a way to make these wooden swords better. And for that, luckily, we're here with Arcadia. Now firstly, we want to go to the lovely lady here in Whiterun and buy a few items from her. We'd like a few ingredients, and the ingredients in question that we're looking for are some blister wart, and then you also want some spriggan sap. Here we go. However, she only has 1, which is a bit of a shame because I'm afraid, Arcadia, you know what that means. I need your inventory refreshed. Terribly sorry, love. It's wooden swording time. So as you can see, we've just bopped her.
Okay, it has been 2.5 hours. I need to take 5 minutes. Let's take a quick 5, y'all. Let me. Where is the? There we go. Don't I have?
Hello, everyone. If you want to,
That's a tutorial video. I was gonna. Thought I had some of the Skyrim ambience up on a window somewhere. It's over here. Let's just look for it over here. There we go. Okay, let's put this over here. Oh, we gotta change that. Okay, cool. I'll be right back, y'all. Give me about 5 minutes. I'm gonna get some coffee, get something to drink.
Alright, y'all, sorry about that. Sadly, I am human, and I have to take a break once in a while. Okay, now we're back over here. Merging gameplay. Right there, we got it.
With a little wooden sword, so we'd like to see what she has for sale, because her ingredients are, yes, they're refreshed. Oh, we might as well grab more blister wards. Perfect. So I'm just going to have to repeatedly bop her with swords and refresh her inventory a few times, just so that I have the ingredients that I'm looking for. Perfect. So after buying everything we want from her, we can finally set about actually making a few potions. And we can use her alchemy lab here as well. Now, as you all remember, in the last episode of the wonderful adventures of Rihanna Keeves, we managed to forge ourselves some magical items. These leather braces here, this silver necklace, and this silver ring. Now combined, they mean potions are around about 15,000% more powerful. Now this is great, however, it does create a few issues. So if we get some blister wort and some spriggan sap, and we craft a potion together, we get a potion of fortified smithing. The one issue is, this potion might be too powerful, as this is a potion, which means weapon and armor improvement is, what is that? That does appear to be 1.2 million% better for anything we smith. So we'll give this one a try, and I'm going to try and basically improve the wooden sword. If this goes awry, it does mean that the game is going to crash, because poor Todd Howard, you know, he loves people using his stuff, but he's not so happy if they completely destroy the game. And if you go too high with numbers in the game, Todd Howard he gets a fax through on his old little computer which he uses, and it's gone, Todd Howard, someone's still playing Skyrim, and worse, they've exploited the game, your creation, your beauty, your baby, Todd Howard, they're ruining it. And then Todd Howard will mail a cease and desist letter to your house. However, we are brave. Rihanna Keeves is also very brave, and we do not mind to exploit a game. Nothing can stop us. I mean, we've exploited literally every game on the planet at this point. My goodness. I mean, after this, I've got a Civilization 6 video coming up. Oh, it's wacky. Anyway, here we are in the wonderful city of Whiterun, and people aren't really coming to terms with just how powerful Rihanna Keeves is. So he needs to create these massive wooden swords just to show his incredible power. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we want to find this grindstone here, as a grindstone allows you to improve a weapon. To improve a weapon, you need a certain resource. So for an iron mace, you need iron ingots. For a wooden sword, you need firewood. Firewood is easy. You can literally harvest it from random wooden stumps which are lying around everywhere. It's one of the easiest resources to come by, and you can buy wooden swords off of general bulk goods traders. So you want to make sure you go out of the grindstone, go into your items, chug the potion of smithing, use the grindstone, and now we want to smith a wooden sword. There we go. And in fact, you know what? We'll make another one. Wabam. So there we go. Now we have two wooden swords, both of which are legendary. So we have the left sword and the right sword. There we go. My goodness. Now, both of these weapons, technically speaking, are the most powerful weapons in the game. You know, I'll do a quick Google. What is statistically the most powerful base weapon in this game? Okay, after a quick bit of research, I discovered the highest base damage in this game is from the Dragonbone Warhammer, with a base damage of 28. Our weapons, however, are over 10 times that. This can lead to some issues, but whilst we're here, we might as well test out some of these weapons on the most annoying person around, Nazim. Sorry, Nazim. What, do you want to fight me, Whiterun Guard? I have, you know, I have wooden swords. Oh my goodness. What the heck was that? Okay, hang on a second. Watch this. It's almost like it does so much damage and their body just seizes up. Oh, wooden sword. Go, wooden swords. Oh, it's too powerful. It's too powerful. This is even without enchantments. This isn't even the final form of the wooden sword. Come on, Rihanna Keeves, go! None of Whiterun is safe. I'm so sorry, all of you non-essential SNPs. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry, Armin. Sorry, tiny child. Wait, the child's immortal. Why are children immortal? Todd? I'm disappointed, Todd. You made the children immortal. So good. Aren't you kind of annoyed by the fact that, you know, there's a lot of dead bodies lying around over there? Okay. well, you can add to them. Anyway, you know, this was just one branching timeline. Rihanna Keeves, it's time to use some time travel. Alright, so what we're going to do is we need to start enchanting our incredible wooden swords. So we're going to, you know, Naruto run all the way up to the castle, and then it's time we add some
There's a Naruto running mod. Oh gosh.
to the wooden swords, just to take them from being already the most powerful weapon in Skyrim to being even more powerful. Oh, goodness. Oh, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Last time we did one of these fantastic Skyrim videos, I gave all of you a very special offer. I said for the first 5,000 people that liked the video, the majestic Rihanna Keeves himself will come and visit you in your sleep tonight. Now I realise apparently 5,000 was too low, and I've managed to book Rihanna Keeves' holidays off, so he's actually got a lot of free time coming up now. So if you want the majestic Rihanna Keeves to visit you whilst you sleep and whilst you're at your most vulnerable, Rihanna Keeves is going to visit you. The first 10,000 of you, Rihanna Keeves himself will come and knock down your doors and say hello. You'll be lying there in bed and suddenly you hear the words of Rihanna Keeves saying, "Forgive me, I'm so sorry." And then he
Oh,
drains
thank
your
you.
life
Thank
force.
you.
Come on, who wouldn't want to like a video just to have someone drain your life force whilst you're sleeping? Anyway, it's time
Appreciate
to start
that.
using this arcane enchanter. Actually, the alchemy lab is probably a better choice. Now, we don't want to create a too powerful enchantment, else we will accidentally crash the game. So we're going to have to take off a piece of our apparel. We're going to drop the silver necklace, and we're going to use this alchemy lab and create 2 fortify enchanting potions, which are 21,000% stronger. So we make 2 of these lovely bad boys, we quit the alchemy, and it's time to do some enchanting. Sorry, Farengar, can you get out of the way? So we use our arcane enchanter, we grab our lovely wooden swords, which are legendary. Our first wooden sword, what should we enchant it with? Well, I think it's only fair that we enchant this lovely bad boy with absorb health. This is going to be the wooden sword which absorbs all health. Now, as you could see, previously the charges it had were at 0. That's because Todd Howard decided the amount of charges you have should scale with the weapon. If the weapon is too high damage and too powerful, you should get fewer charges. There's one slight issue. With an enchanting potion, if you simply drop it down by 1, the amount of charges you have scales massively. However, I accidentally realised I've just beansed it and my enchantment potion has run out. So what you want to do, I'll demonstrate it again. You chug your potion of enchanting, go into the arcane enchanter, you select the wooden sword, which is legendary. We want to go enchantment, we want absorb health, we want to drop it down by 1 so that it suddenly has 179,000 charges. We want to use a soul gem on it, and then we go soul gem, fill with grand soul gem. But there we go, success. We managed to enchant one of our wooden swords to absorb life. And how much health are we absorbing with 1 hit? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that 17 million? I do believe it is, Todd. Waboof. Oh no, all of your health is gone. Hello there, are you guys going to hit me? Oh no, look at them, they're doing damage to me. How much damage have they done? Apparently none so far. Alright, do some damage to me. Come on, I'm sure you can do it. I'm not even blocking you or anything. Just damage me. No, they really can't do it. They really are struggling to damage me. Well, they're really giving it a good try. And you know what? They've almost managed it. They've managed to get me down to 12146 instead of 12178. So well done. You managed to get 30 health off of me. But you know what? It's taken them this long to get 30 health off of me. How long does it take me to get 17 million health back? And it's as fast as that, ladies and gentlemen. It just works. It just works. I'm sorry. All of you. I don't even need a clean hit as well. If they try and block, you can just go through the shield. There you go. Try and block. Nope. Oh, look. The children want to fight. Drain. 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 The thing is, you might not actually be aware of this, but children are an infinite source of hit points in this game, because if you hit this child, he gets affected by the absorb hit points. But of course, children can't die in this game because they're immortals. This means you can literally hit a child, run to the other end of the world, and I will still be regenerating health points, because lo and behold, I have 17 million hit points to harvest from that child. So children can effectively be used as piggy banks if you ever want spare health lying around. And that's why you should never underestimate the power of having children yourself, because you can always just drain their life force. Come on, child, give me your hit points. So there we go, we have 1 wooden sword crafted, now we simply need a second. And for that we're going to chug this potion of enchanting, and it's time we make the second most overpowered wooden sword in the game. So you want wooden sword legendary, and then soul trap, and we're going to create a sword which basically harvests the souls of people. Yeah, it's going to be fine, don't you worry. And we're going to rename this item the Soul Bucket, because quite simply, this is a wooden sword which is going to be filled with the souls of every single person we encounter. I mean, just look at this weapon. How does it work? Well, instantly it does 339 damage, which is a standard one hit to almost everything in the game. But on top of that, if a target dies within, how many seconds is that? That's 18 million seconds. So if we hit a target and they die within 18 million seconds, we get a refilled soul gem. And of course, coupled with our previous wooden sword, which is going to absorb 17 million health, you can see that things are slightly awry here. But just how long, ladies and gentlemen, is 18 million seconds? Why, that's just quite a humble 5,083 real-world hours, ladies and gentlemen, which translates roughly into... oh my goodness, no. What have we done? That translates into 211 real-world days. So if someone is hit by this sword, we have 211 real-world days to fill a soul gem. I don't think there is even anyone who has 211 real-world days worth of playtime in Skyrim. Imagine that. You can start the game, hit an enemy, run off, do the entire game and campaign 4 times over, come back, finish them off, and wha-bam, soul gem is filled. Soul gem is filled. Oh my goodness. Rihanna Keeves, what a man. What a man indeed. Beyond, I think it's time he creates some wacky potions, because at this point we can create some hilarious potions, my friends. I actually want to see what is the strongest paralysis potion we can make, because obviously we made this one here, which lasts for 240,000 seconds, which is good, but it could be better. I feel like it most certainly could be. So, if we want to do that, we're going to have to use the alchemy table, and we want to make a potion of restoration. So for that, we want to put on all of our items to make better potions, use the alchemy table, create a potion of restoration, meaning restoration spells are 800,000% stronger, so we craft that bad boy, we quit the alchemy, drop down to save, because by god I don't know what's going to happen, and then you want to take off all of your clothes, chug the potion of restoration, put back on all of your clothes. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. What have we done? Oh, we've created an issue because the potion of restoration, created potions are 400 and... what is that? 4 million times more powerful? And then this is like 43 million times more powerful. And sadly, our leather armor is now giving us an extra like 10 billion hit points of health. The issue is when this wears off, the 10 billion hit points of health are going to drain away. And there's a chance that our character will just die when this potion expires. So you know what? We should probably get interested in this very quickly. So what do we need for a paralysis potion again? Spriggan sap, is it? No, what is it? I can't remember. Like, oh goodness, I'm going to have to check. Oh my goodness, the game just crashed. Apparently trying to craft that potion, the numbers were too high. Oh my goodness, right, time to reload the game. Welcome back to the Adventures of Rihanna Keeves. We've just wandered into the lovely trader in the wonderful location of Whiterun, and we have literally just cleared out their entire inventory. However, I'd like to get my money back because I have given you, what's that, 3,156? Oh, that's not going to do. So we're going to have to drag from here up to their inventory and hit E, and now we're in their inventory, so we'll start selling them their own potions, like this lovely potion here of Blacksmith's Draft. Which potion is your most expensive? Let's see. Oh, probably this potion of Enduring Invisibility. Oh, that's a lot. That's going to get us our money back nice and quickly. So thank you for all of my money back there, lovely trader. Oh, I'm so sorry, Arcadia. I am so sorry. I mean, we've literally just beaten you to a pulp with wooden swords, taken all of your money and all of your ingredients, and heck, I even stole a ton of your lovely recipes. What is this? What the heck is this? It's a pair of tongs. This is kind of like a very low-level fork. Oh my goodness, I like it though. Oh, Todd, look at these brilliant physics you created. Anyway.
The physics.
It's time we start making some interesting potions. I'm thinking we make ourselves a lovely potion to help us, say, resist fighting against the Mage College. That seems like a good idea. So maybe a potion of magic resistance. Oh yes, that would be good. So what do we need to resist magic with? Well, luckily with a Hagraven Claw and a piece of lavender, we can create a potion of magic resist. Oh, yay. But what kind of potion of magic resist is this? This is a very special potion of magic resist because, it doesn't really just resist normal magic. magic, it resists 219% of magic for 60 seconds. This potion alone is worth 5 million gold, which I'm pretty certain is more gold than the entirety of Skyrim. But this means we can have a fair bit of fun, because if we exit out into the wonderful world of Whiterun, I think it's time we go say hi to the lovely Mages Guild. So we're going to fast travel our way over to the College of Windhold, because I mean, on the last video I said I'd buy myself a full doctorate, because, you know, that's the only way to really get into a college nowadays anyway. So I bought myself a actual doctorate in Khajiit trading from realisticdiplomas.com, and I mean, at this point, what titles are there left to buy? I have a doctorate in Khajiit trading, a knighthood from the mighty and powerful nation of Sealand. I mean, at this point, all that's left is to make myself a reverend, and I don't know, can you buy those online? Let me do a quick check. Oh my goodness, you can. From the Universal Life Church Monastery, you can buy an honorary religious title for the low cost of $14. You could even get a doctorate in metaphysics from here. What is this? Oh, I love this. This is fantastic. Oh, right, you know what? Rihanna Keeves, we're going to make you a reverend as well. We're going to turn you into the Reverend Rihanna Keeves, who is also a doctor of Khajiit trading and destroyer of universes. Oh, fantastic. So I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, as I've put my sights too low with 20,000, I'm going to go 30,000 this time. A real challenge for all of you at home, ladies and gentlemen, but I believe in you. 30,000 likes, and I'll buy myself and Rihanna Keeves a reverend title. So hopefully I will one day become the Reverend Sir Dr. Spiff. What a title to have. Anyway, I've just closed the gate behind us because this is almost going to be recreating that scene from Star Wars, the prequels, where he, closes the door, he goes up to all of the lovely magic Padawans, and they're like, "What do we do, Master Skywalker? There's too many of them." Don't worry, younglings. Look into the swords. Look into the swords. Anyway, so now we're here. I think it's time we introduce ourselves. Hello there, Ancarno. Weep and you're dead. So, ladies and gentlemen, wabam. Why are they not even hostile to me? Why are they not hostile? Come on, you melons. Come on. Oh, now you actually want to fight. Finally. All it took was me to knock this student to the ground and suddenly you're up for a fight. But of course there's one slight issue, all of you magical magicians, and that is that we have the potion of resist magic. So we're going to chug that bad boy and bring it on, Magic Jedi. Nice try, Tofty. Get wooden sworded. I need to absorb your life force. Each and every one of you. Come on, give me all of your spells. Rihanna Keeves only knows how to learn them by hitting people with wooden swords. Right, you're down. That's my goodness. Apparently I need to speak to Tofty to rejoin the college. So, can I rejoin the college? Can I rejoin the college? Come on, let me rejoin the college. Why aren't you letting me rejoin the college, Tofty? Can't believe it.
Hold on, let me let me get some clarification real quick. Let's go here. Copy. Here are I can't type. I got a huge bandage on my finger, index finger. The instructions I am following. For step 3, is that supposed to be the original mod folder or the new empty mod folder? Step 3, you're meant to copy from the original source mod folder. Okay, we did that. In this case, clarify each step. Create a new folder. We did that. Find the SKS file. Copy the entire SKS folder. We did that. In your new config mod, delete everything inside except the INI file. Okay. So there's the config file. Okay, in your new config mod, delete everything inside SKSE plugins except the INI. So the DLL file, get rid of the DLL. Okay, place that config mod immediately after the original mod in the left pane of mod organizer so that the INI file in your config mod takes priority. Very good. Okay, so now
Okay, well, we got that. And if I double click, it's got the SKSC and the plugins and the thing. Okay. All right. Oh, good. It got rid of that error too. So now it's the right color. The / custom INI to override the one in the base mod and protects your edits from being wiped out when the original mod updates. Shall I guide thee further, or is all made clear? Yeah. Well, you don't need a response. You're a machine.
Well, let me rejoin. Anyway, you know, I think we've had a fun little adventure into the College of Winterhold here. It seems they're not too keen on having us here anymore. Apparently Rihanna Keeves isn't too welcome, so, don't worry, I'll just leave. I'll close the gate behind me. Don't mind me. I'll see you guys later. Have fun. No, I think it's time Rihanna Keeves trying to find a church, because, really he could do with one of those. Anyway, let's get out of here. I sometimes wonder what is the best way to actually exit this place, and, I feel that perhaps the best way is to just quite simply jump off of the map, because, we can kind of tank a few hundred fall damage, no problem. So bye, Toftir. It was an absolute pleasure meeting you. My goodness. Look at him. He's so happy. He can't wait to become a reverend and a doctor. Also, Rihanna Keeves, I should probably also buy you a knighthood. I mean, they're not too costly. Only about £80 off of the internet. The things we do to keep the internet happy. Oh, hang on a second. Is that a bear? Hello, Cave Bear. Excuse me, Cave Bear. That's no way to meet your overlord. Oh my goodness. This Cave Bear, he is not happy with us whatsoever. Cave Bear,
Got it.
Stop. Goodbye, Cave.
Okay.
An absolute pleasure meeting you. But hey, you know, we've done a wonderful service here. We've cleaned up the college a bit. We've slayed a ravenous cave bear. Although Rihanna Keeves, he hasn't actually completed any missions yet whatsoever. In fact, he hasn't even tried to defeat the final boss. So, you know, we probably should actually try out what happens if Rihanna Keeves were to meet the final boss of Skyrim. I mean, surely it can't be too difficult, right, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, wait, some wolves. And a 1 and a 2. And they're both yeeted. Well, that's a bit silly. Actually, not. I have an idea. Oh, I have a very good idea. What if we fight the final boss and we use paralysis on them, using a standard, boring iron mace and a potion of paralysis to last 24,000 seconds? I want to give this a try. Only then can we finish Skyrim properly. And you know what? Last time when we did Skyrim with guns, we summoned the final dragon. But really, there's an enemy more powerful than that. The Ebony Warrior. The most mighty warrior in the entirety of Skyrim. And today we're going to be defeating him using a mace with paralysis and then probably a couple of forks, I'm guessing. It seems like a good idea. So let's summon in the Ebony Warrior. Oh, here he is. Hello there, Ebony Warrior. So, as you can see, he's actually pretty powerful, because he himself just hit me there. Look at that. He did over 100 damage. This is the most damage Rihanna Keeves has ever hit. My goodness. Don't just yeet Rihanna Keeves about the map. He's a busy man. Oh, come on. Get back up, Rihanna Keeves. It's pretty cold, okay? He just lost his footing on the floor. Yeah, look at this. The Ebony Warrior, he's mental. If we try and hit him with this lovely iron mace, we do almost nothing to him. Absolutely nothing. And look at him, he's draining our health constantly. We're down to only 11,000 health. So we're going to have to call upon a little bit of magic here and apply the potion of paralysis to our iron mace and hit. He resisted the potion of paralysis? What is this? Right, apply it again. Go. Seriously, he's resistant to paralysis. You telling me Todd Howard detected that someone might try and cheese the game this way? Well, Todd Howard didn't prepare for the iron sword of drained 17 million health, and wabam! Oh, we drained his health. And again. Go again. We did it. Oh, the most epic fight of Skyrim. Defeated by just a mere... What if there were suddenly 5 Ebony Warriors? Right, go Rihanna Keeves, go! Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Spiffing Brit, and today you join me back once again in the fantastic world of Skyrim with our legendary
This one's unarmed only.
hero. Who is it, ladies and gentlemen? It's Rihanna Keeves. Look at this beautiful, majestic man. Oh, is he not so powerful as he stands out above this entire universe, which he really controls? I mean, just look at how powerful he is. And to think the only thing protecting you at home from Rihanna Keeves is the fact that Todd Howard managed to create a fantastic containment system which was sold to the wider world as Skyrim. You see, Skyrim is actually just an elaborate ploy to contain Riano Keeves to stop him breaking out into the wider world. And the issue is Riano Keeves is ever expanding, and for this sole reason, Todd Howard needed to port Skyrim to more and more consoles, because Skyrim needs to be stored in more and more locations so that we can slowly split apart Riano Keeves' powers. You see, if you were to ever get, say, about 20 copies of Skyrim and rub them against each other, Riano Keeves would come into contact with himself too much that he might even be able to escape the physical realm of the game. If we were to ever reach that point, it's game over, ladies and gentlemen. The entire universe is done for. But luckily, thanks to the fact that Todd Howard recently released Skyrim on the Samsung Smart Fridge, we should be safe for at least another few weeks. However, the people over at Bethesda, they're a little bit worried because the original plan was to move Riano Keeves into Fallout 76, as they were expecting that to be bought by literally everyone. The issue is no one did buy it, so apparently they can't move Riano Keeves across, so they're trying to hurry on with the production of Elder Scrolls 6 as fast as possible, so that we can move Riano Keeves into a greater, wider realm to hopefully keep him distracted. Anyway, today, ladies and gentlemen, we are with Riano Keeves, and we are going to be demonstrating some fantastical, wonderful exploits in Skyrim. Previously in Skyrim, I've shown you just the fantastic Fortify Enchantment loop, where you can basically take all of your gear from being just standard normal weapons to going completely off the rails, and allow me to demonstrate. You see, a normal weapon in Skyrim would look something like this mace over here. This iron mace, which is fantastic and does, what's that, 10 damage. Very good. That's absolutely wonderful. 10 damage is great, you know, you could be wailing away on a boss and eventually you might actually manage to defeat it. However, there are some other weapons in this game that are much more powerful, like for example Bernie Sanders, a fork which does 5,521 points of fire damage. That is effectively the equivalent of 550 hits of this iron mace, except in one gentle quick stab of a fork, as well as the legendary Fork Give Me, which has the ability to absorb the life force of the entire universe in one hit. But of course, in the last episode we decided to test out the wooden sword. We managed to get the wooden sword's base damage up to 341 and 221, and create of course a wooden sword which manages to absorb 17 million health. But today, you know what, I've had enough of weapons. We don't need weapons. I was actually wondering where to put our weapons, because of course we don't really want anyone stumbling upon them. So we basically just want to place them somewhere where no one goes, and that way hopefully no one's ever going to steal the power of Riano Keeves. So what's an aspect of this game which no one has ever visited before? Well, I think I found a pretty decent location. I mean, here's Amron's house, an NPC who I've just not heard of at all. Hello, she just said excuse me to me. She doesn't seem too happy. Well, anyway, we've just come into a house and I'm noticing there's a chest up here. If I crouch down, I am completely hidden, so I'm just going to use this chest up here, which has 7 gold in it, and just deposit all of our weapons. Yeah, we don't want to really be using weapons today. I kind of just don't really have need for weapons at all. It's not that Riano Keeves a pacifist, because trust me, he's much more of a pacifier, you see. It's just that Riano Keeves, he doesn't really want to be constrained by channeling his power into, say, a physical object. He'd much rather just release it from his body. And so that's why today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be using no weapons whatsoever and demonstrating to you, the lovely ladies and gentlemen at home, how you can completely and utterly break Skyrim, a perfectly balanced game with no exploits, by the way, by maxing out your unarmed damage to ridiculous quantities, meaning you will never, ever need to pick up a weapon again. In fact, picking up a weapon would probably be worse than just using your bare hands. So, let's begin, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, make sure you sat back, you relax, you've got a nice warm cup of tea in front of you, and hey, you might be one of those fantastic and lovely people who like the video. If you are, Riano Keeves, he's over the moon. He'd love to take you out somewhere. And I've spoken to him. We're going to be doing an extra super duper special offer just for all of you lovely ladies and gentlemen at home. The first fantastic 10,000 of you lovely ladies and gentlemen at home to like the video will be taken out tonight by Riano Keeves for a fantastic romantic candle-lit dinner with Riano Keeves as he stares lovingly into your eyes whilst you stare into the abyss of his soul. And best of all, you don't even need to pay for the meal. Riano Keeves is so good at trading and haggling, he can convince the waiter who's serving you to pay for your meal. So why not like the video today and secure your place with a romantic Riano Keeves? Isn't he just handsome? Anyway, it's time we probably begin our adventure. So, where are we headed first? Well, there's 1 or 2 little exploits I'd like to show you lovely ladies and gentlemen, just quickly before we head out into the wider world of Skyrim. And so for that, we're going to need to go to the Drunken Huntsman, a fantastic little pub in Whiterun. Now, in the Drunken Huntsman, you can quite often find lots and lots of people who will be mercenaries and follow you. Like for example, Janassa. So Janassa costs about 500 to hire. So there we go, we'll hire Janassa, and I'll show you as to why Janassa is actually a wise investment. Now, over your many travels in Skyrim, chances are you're probably going to have a large amount of pretty valuable resources lying around in your pockets. However, you don't really want to sell them because let's say you don't have too many of them. For example, these flawless sapphires worth 500 each. They're absolutely fantastic. Now, what if there was a way to, say, take your 2 flawless sapphires and kind of merge them together and then separate them into more flawless sapphires, like say 3 flawless sapphires? Well, to do that, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to first need a Janassa, and then you're going to want to get your flawless sapphires ready and just drop them on the ground. There you go, they're both on the ground. Whilst we're at it, let's drop some rubies and some flawless diamonds worth 1,000 each. There we go, fantastic. So lying down here on the ground, we probably have a cash value worth of around about 3,600. Now, how are we going to try and duplicate those items? Well, how you want to do it, ladies and gentlemen, is do a little quick save, because we know we've got them already there on the ground, ready for Riano Keeves. Now what you want to do is talk to Janessa and say that I need you to do something. Now at this point, you can basically command her to do things for you. So what you do is you simply point on what you want her to do, and in this case, by hovering over an object, you can make her pick things up for you. So what you want to do is basically stand a bit close to this door over here, and then ask Janassa to take that, and that. There we go. So we basically told her to pick up all of those items there, and then immediately you want to run out of here, exit into the wider world of Skyrim, but then as soon as you load out of here, you want to immediately hit M, and then fast travel back into Whiterun, and you should arrive at the fantastic gates. Oh, what's this lying down on the floor? It would appear to be 1 diamond, 2 sapphires, and a ruby. So there we go, we've picked up some of the gems off of the floor, which we had Janassa pick up. But what's quite interesting is if we click I need to trade some items with you, inside Janassa's inventory we already have 2 flawless diamonds, and 2 rubies, and 2 sapphires. And if we check our own inventory, we now have 3 diamonds, and 3 rubies, and 4 sapphires. So that's how you can turn the 500 gold investment in Janassa into basically infinite money. Now this works with genuinely any item in the game, including say your very expensive and fancy fortified potions of smithing and restoration. Heck, we can even start duplicating the leather armor, which gives us 12,000 hit points. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is proof that this game just works. It's fantastic. Thank you, Todd Howard. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on the adventures of Riano Keeves. What do we need to do now? Well, we've evidently demonstrated a way to duplicate whatever we want in this game, but what we would really like to do is to try and find a way to make our fists as powerful as possible. Now, there is a very special place where we can go, and that's Riften. As in Riften, there is a special pair of gauntlets which have a unique enchantment which increases unarmed damage, and they are the only...
I do like how there's unique items and legendary items with enchantments that nothing else has. Like that's a good idea. I'm glad that stuff's in the game.
Pair in the entirety of the game. You can't find it wandering around on a Khajiit trade or anything like that, so sadly we have to make our way to Riften. But how do we make our way to Riften, Janassa? Well, quite simply, there are 2 ways. You can hire this carriage over here. Hello there, Bjorlum. I would like to hire your carriage to Riften. That's 20 gold. Not bad. Now the other way to get to Riften after hiring out that carriage is to alternatively go over to Skolvar here and buy his lovely little horse. You see, it only costs 1,000 gold, but it's much better than paying 20 to sit in a wooden cart, as you get to Riften a little bit faster using this technique. Then you want to work your way up to the top of one of these houses. Right about here seems quite good actually. Pop a quick save down, but where you're ever so slightly zoomed out, and then you want to run back to your horse and make sure you're in 3rd person. So yes, you sink the horse's head into the shadow realm, and suddenly you've got a pretty perfect setup. So now we're just going to zoom in, and we're going to take a look at Riano Keeves.
What is he doing?
Hit E, and away we go. There we go. We've just... Where have we gone, actually? I mean, where did the body even start heading there, Riano? Where were you going? You're just teleporting off into a random... And away we go. And this is Skyrim, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Skyrim, ladies and gentlemen. This is the special edition. It stands for being extremely unique. Oh, goodness. How do I... Can I direct this, Todd? I can... Okay. Let's angle it this direction, Todd. Cool, Todd. Todd. Riano, what's happening, Riano? Riano, where are you going, Riano? Please, Riano, be careful. Oh, goodness. Oh, he just keeps going, doesn't he? I see, we're next to Solitude. We ended up all the way next to Solitude from... Where did we start? We started over at the Whiterun Stables. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's how to beat the fast travel in Skyrim to get to your location before you even knew it was your location or that you even wanted to fast travel there. I mean, that probably is faster than the normal loading time. With the fine art of horse tilting, you can never really be too certain where you're going to end up, but I mean, at the cost of £1,000, it's much more fun than just taking a horse and carriage. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've made our way to Riften with the fantastic Rihanna Keeves, and just in time to hopefully help out a few members of the Thieves Guild with their adventure.
Oh no.
But just before I do so, I'd like to mention that I have a slightly special video in the works. Now, many of you will have probably watched my Steam Sale is a Perfectly Balanced Game video, and that's because, I mean, it is pretty interesting and it does kind of teach you a little bit about the Steam Sale. However, the main issue that stops that exploit from being ridiculously overpowered and actually breaking the complete economy of Steam is the fact that
Oh no. Are we still streaming?